I used to be somebody before that freak Caillou sent his armies south and ruined everything. We had a nice racket going on in the land of the Freelords, or what the rest of the Flaness calls the Bandit Kingdoms. We had a territory we ran, and we hustled and stole what we could from who we could. Sure, we fought amongst ourselves, and I'd just as soon stick my dagger into someone from the Freelords as anywhere else. But we always banded together when an outside force threatened all of our businesses. But all that changed when Ayus came a-calling. Half of the Freelords joined forces with Ayus to save their skins, and the other half got wiped out or sent packing to the other lands, or down into the rift. I was no hero, and neither were any of my mates. So after the massacre of Steelbone Meadows, we did what any guys in our situation would have done. We hightailed it out of there. The only problem is that everywhere we went, there were old enemies waiting. After finally getting corralled by the Ernst soldiers, I was left to rot in a dungeon, waiting for them to decide what to do with me. The way the guards look at us, I don't think we're gonna like what it is they have in store.
The people should be starting to hear us right now. Let's go and double check. I'm gonna go over to my.
I can't hear you now. It's on.
Let's see. Right now. Yep. Let's go and double check. We're good. I'm gonna go. Now let me get rid of that crap so that I don't have an echo going on. And dun, dun, dun. All right, there it is. Hey, hello, and welcome to the 21st episode of Return to the Bandit Kingdoms. Hi.
Hi, 21.
Yay. Wow, that sounded so fucking lackluster.
Yay, 21. I can't hear anybody. I feel like, I don't know, I've either gone deaf or had a stroke.
We can hear you.
And it's possible I have, but it's not a shitty internet connection. It's possible that I've gone deaf or had a stroke.
Yeah, it's possible. Well, where did for all those who are just tuning in? I'm producing tonight because Adam is out in BFE. Where is this illustrious? Or you probably can't say this is witness protection, right? I mean,
it is. Yeah, I'm under witness protection. They sent me to Best Western in Fort Myers, Florida, for my own protection. But apparently, the information that I gave was not good enough to get into a real hotel with actual internet.
Yeah, man, you got to actually kick out with some serious names. You got serious name drop, otherwise that they don't care about that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nobody likes a rat, as they say.
That's what I heard. But it's all good. It's all good. Hey, happy 21st, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. I actually don't have. I'm going to apologize right now to the lovely Verona because I don't have the numbers for this week. So you're going to be spared my butchering of other languages. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and dive right into tonight's episode. But first, as always, and of course, because those who listen on podcasts, they need to hear this as well. We're going to go ahead and introduce everyone. Oh, you know what? I got Michael up here twice. What's going on with that?
I'm going to have to listen on podcasts just so I have some idea what the fuck is going on.
You can't hear us? Okay, hold. You guys go ahead and talk amongst yourself for a second. I'm going to get Jarrus back up here. He's missing. He's MIA.
Oh, no.
So no, anyway, I still have the alt self spell active, so I just turned myself into Michael.
Oh, very good, sir. Very good.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah. Good times, man. Good times. All right, let me find out what that is, and then I'll go ahead and I'll get rid of it.
Okay, Michael is a human being who likes Dungeons and Dragons, long walks in the park,
turtles,
and turtles.
Well, how about this?
That's it.
That's it. And turtles. And he
everything
really
else you can
liked
count
turtles.
as a dislike.
Right? Okay, so Why don't we go? Why don't we do this? I'm going to go ahead and start with the introductions. So we'll go ahead, and since Adam never gets to go first with the introductions, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with Adam.
So you want me to? Is that you're starting with me? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep, that's what you're hearing.
Hey everybody, it's Adam. First of all, I'd like to say Best Western in Fort Myers, Florida. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we would love to have you, especially if it equates into a stronger internet connection for me. That would be awesome. I'm playing Silver Wolf, the Ranger / Barbarian. A little bit of a twist we learned last week during a fight with some shadow dudes. It's good to be playing D&D again. I've been a little out of action doing a show about D&D, but I haven't got to play any D&D.
Yes, and tell us about that, man. How's that going?
It's going great. We had a good first weekend. Looking forward to next weekend.
Did you film the whole roll?
Did you film it?
I can't hear a goddamn thing you're saying. What was that? Sorry.
Well, I asked if you filled that one seat in the first row.
Oh,
did you get an audience?
What the hell is...
Never mind. Go ahead.
I assume it was clever and funny, Michael.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Sure.
So that's all I got. Yeah, sure. Whatever you asked for or stated or said, I am in agreement with or I acquiesce to.
Excellent. All right. So there.
So that's it for me. If you are in New York, come see She Kills Monsters at the Carriage House in Centerport, New York, at the Vanderbilt Museum. It's in an actual old carriage house. We're not fucking around when we call ourselves the Carriage House Players.
Yay! All right. Well, there we go. So we've got that one done. So why don't we go ahead and Michael, go ahead, let everybody know who you'll be playing this fantastic evening.
I am playing Ash, a cleric who happens to be able to see ghosts, and some people believe that they can see them, and some don't. But as far as he's concerned, they're there.
That's it. What's his favorite color, man?
His favorite color is puce.
Puce.
Whatever.
So the fun of this stroke that I'm experiencing is that it sounded like Michael said his favorite color is puce.
You're correct, sir.
Yes.
His favorite color is puce.
Which I think is a new Creole invention.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's a color that's unique
Comes
and
out
distinct
next spring.
to a Greyhawk.
Okay, excellent. The so with that being said, let's go to Steve. Steve, why don't you tell us who you are, what you're playing, blah blah blah.
Sure, I'm Steve. I'll be playing Wyndon. He is a former and still really pretty much current criminal, motivated usually by money and self-interest. He's not super stoked about his current situation, but he doesn't see an easy way out right now, so he's just going with it.
Excellent. All right, cool. That I like that. I like that. And aren't you you're the brains of the outfit, ain't you?
Go
ahead,
like
admit
that's
it.
Somewhat been the case, but you know.
You are such the modest man. That's all I have to say. You're so modest. All right.
Even keel.
Yeah, even that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I've got that.
I agree with whatever you said.
Good. You're supposed to. That's how that works. I got the image. I just got to put it in the right spot so it's not overlaid with different stuff. All right. With that being said, we have one of our other beautiful players here, Jairus. Can you tell I'm a total dude? I can't do more than one thing at a time and talk. If you were to give me some gum right now, I'd probably just totally shut down. That'd be it. Okay. Jairus, go ahead and tell us about yourself, man.
Sure. I'm Jairus.
Tell us everything.
I am an incredibly private person. Now I play Raleigh. Sometimes I play Morgan. Raleigh is a nice guy who's a criminal, but he not the super aggressive type of kill you in an alley criminal, more of the say nice things to you and trick you into giving him stuff type of criminal. And recently he has grown gills and fins, so he's super fucking stoked about that. He's a fish man now. And
his name it's Raleigh Fishman.
Raleigh Fishman. And that seems like how he's going to live his life.
Okay, cool. The battle map's good. So if you guys just behave yourselves and don't jump around, everything's going to be great. There. Okay.
I promise nothing.
That was my best parental voice too, by the way. So, all right. Let's get back into some good shit here then. So, okay. Two things. I started to tell Adam about this earlier. Okay, so the last time that we were on the air, you guys remember that Adam put up that link to the Cannonball video? You remember that from the breeders? Okay, so
that was just on Facebook. That wasn't even on here.
Well, this is what happened. Okay, so like I go on the Facebook and I put up the advertisements, and then I put a link at the top and say, and in the advertisement, say, hey, click on the link and you come and you can watch us play D&D, right? So that link, because I cut and pasted the breeders link, so it says this, and boom, people click that and it goes to the video, and people got to watch the breeders.
So you essentially rickrolled someone with the breeders.
Yeah, pretty much, man. It was good times.
Nice.
So, yeah. And I didn't even find out. No, it just goes to show how enticing my advertising is, because only one person said something. So, hey, man, I clicked on this and it went to the breeders. And it was the day after. It's like, okay.
Holy shit, someone clicked my link.
Right? I was so happy about that. Yeah. So, got one link click. That was good times. So,
yeah, this is the second time you told me that story, and now I've almost heard it.
I know, right?
In its entirety. Another 3 or 4 times I should be good.
On the other guy in that place. What are you talking about, Lee? Adam, you should told them about the thing with the guy and the other guy in that place. Oh, I get you, for the witness protection thing.
Witness protection.
Yeah, Lee Kim's obviously been in. You know what? And Lee Kim looks like, if you see his picture, which we have, he looks like a shady mobster type. All right, let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling here, guys. I'll go ahead and give us a nice quick recap. Essentially, the Press Ganged Opportunists had waylaid the money train, got their cut from the savage brays that were helping them to facilitate their idea of robbing the money train. Of tribute that goes out of Rook Roost back to Ayus. And afterwards, as they were sitting dividing up their winnings outside of the walls of Rook Roost was under assault from Krasner and his army that he brought up from the. Oh, and then we switched again. That he brought up from the rift with him. Looks like we lost. Yeah, here he comes.
Sorry, that
right.
wasn't even. that was I can't even blame the internet. That was total user error on my part.
That's just your big thumbs. Okay, so they had gone ahead and were able to. They had decided that what they were going to do is they were going to strike out and leave from their endeavors in Rook Roost, since it was under attack. Basically, what happened is the in Rook Roost itself, the two factions, the outfit, decided to start going to town with Aris, the guy who is trying to set himself up as the new. Well, he's the new general of Rook Roost, but he was also trying to, according to rumor, he was trying to set himself up so that he could declare independence. So they're like, the hell with that. So they decided to leave, and before they crossed over the Artansme River and got into the Bandit King proper, that evening they had a run-in with a very mysterious, shadowy, 10-foot tall fellow in armor, and all of his shadow compatriots. They were able to defeat these guys, and it turns out that the big, tall, shadowy guy in armor was just a mere illusion. after that interface or confrontation that they had there, then they the next morning crossed over the Artantami River and got into, like I said, the Bandit Kings proper. And that's where we're picking up. They're actually moving across the prairie lands there, and they're going to make their way first to Kinemeet. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys are all walking because you left the horses behind. And you've...
Against objection.
Right? And you've got Harchuk, a nice, lovely man, half-orc, that helped them escape orc and humanoid enemies in Kinemeet when they first went through there. And is he still tied up? How's that all going with him, with Harchuk?
Actually, with Harchuk, I have a plan for him.
Okay.
I'm going to tie my rope around his waist, and I'm going to tie that, or kind of hold on to that rope or tie it to myself in a way that's convenient. And I'm going to levitate about 4 feet off the ground, and he's going to tow me. That'll be his job. I am not going to walk all the way to wherever it is we're going.
Okay. Well, he does so, of course, under minor protest. Then, of course, he doesn't protest too much because is it I take it that's Adam, you got to leave?
Yeah.
You know, I tried to do that subtly without interrupting anything.
Oh, you didn't interrupt anything, man.
Yeah,
you did it on the slide really good.
Without video because I can't hear a goddamn thing anybody's saying.
Okay, go ahead.
And it sounds interesting.
All right. And what I can do is
I'll be right back.
Put up that picture of he's got in here images of all the characters. And all right, let me go ahead and rearrange again here what we got going on. Okay. All right, so that gets...
Hey, sorry about that.
There you are. Okay, cool. And actually, that doesn't mess things up too terribly bad as far as the pictures go. Let me go ahead and we'll just put this guy up here. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and drag him. I mean, he's going to drag you.
Yes.
Okay. And like I said, he does so, of course, without too much complaint. I mean, he does with some, but not overly much, because there's not really that much he can do about it. So he's got a bunch of guys who have threatened to murder him on a number of occasions now. So,
and I found a use for him, so he should be happy. He's useful to me.
He is totally.
He should be happy. You're right.
Yeah, he's totally happy about that now. Totally happy.
So Raleigh, with his gills, disappears under the water for like 4 or 5 minutes, just enough time to be like, well, it seems like he's gone forever. And then he crawling out of the riverbed as Zombie Penholt. And just like really decomposed, gross, like zombie Penholt. And he's using prestidigitation, just give off this like terrible putrid smell. And he just like crawls up to Harchuk and he's like gasping and just, you left me! Well, and then he like stands up real tall and grabs him, unless Harchuk is resisting.
No, he freaks the fuck out when you do that, and he's like, oh my god, I said it's no, and he starts running away. So when he's running, he's pulling Michael with him. Okay,
I can go ahead and snap that back.
I switched that. So that sounds like a contested strength roll here.
I'll actually just
levitate higher,
10 more feet in the air, so he's dangling there, and goes, knock it off. Just knock it off.
What are you talking about, sir? There's a zombie here trying to eat me. Quick, someone dispatch this thing.
I have the corpse of that one in my backpack.
I don't believe so. He's right here.
So Raleigh keeps going. He starts like clawing at him, and he reaches his hand up, and his hand just turns into this giant spike. And he reaches back and then stops like an inch from his face and just turns back into Raleigh and starts laughing.
Sir, that was not a very good thing to do.
You thought I was your dead friend, you asshole.
Well, of course I did. You looked and smelled just like him. Terrible.
And he's like, oh yeah, and he drops the smell thing. He's like, sorry. It was gross.
And that being said, that's a good cue. And how are you guys wanting to get to Kinemeet? Now, I went ahead and I'm still working on the faces now. That
I'm floating.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's all right, man. But as far as I put the map up there, I think you guys are on that one, correct? Let me double check. Okay, so there's the map.
Now,
So
we have
We're
crossed your
somewhere
fence, though, right?
Like this area, right?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Is this where we crossed the Artansami, where I am now?
Yes, right over there, because you guys went north, and then you crossed. It's probably not that far north that you guys went to cross it, because yeah, that's not totally necessary to be that far up there. So yeah, so now you can see Kinemeet there. Are you gonna are you going to travel along the banks of the river? Is that the idea, or
is there like any sort of road at all heading towards it?
no? There is not.
But
I
we
can
would
go
know
up a
where
few
it
feet
is.
higher and see if I can see some path or.
We would be familiar enough to know that it's like southeast of where we are, right?
Yeah, I mean, basically, what'll end up happening is because none of you guys are really. Now there is a road. Okay, say for example, you guys know if you head in a certain direction that you're going to hook up with the road that leaves from Kinemeet that goes to that one bridge,
Right.
that goes over the Artansami towards where Rook Roost is. You do know that much. So.
Which we probably don't want to go near, because on the other side of that bridge is an army.
Correct.
Well, right. I was thinking. I mean, we've got Silverwolf. He's accustomed to wilderness type travel, right?
Yep.
Yep, that's my specialty.
And so I'm pretty sure he would be a good way to lead us in the general direction, at least to start with, to
Yeah.
get there.
Yep.
I mean, I know. I mean, I'm sure I can get to Kinemeet because it's just it's right next to the Tangles.
You just let your rage guide you.
I'll rage guide.
Right.
Oh, like I was saying,
follow me, or I'll
I
fucking
can
kill
go
you.
up higher, so I can lift Silverwolf up with me, and then can get a good look around, and maybe you'll get your bearings and lead us, true.
But I already know where I am.
Oh, well, that's
He just
great.
he wants to.
I didn't have a lot of confidence in what
I've got
you
a
were
new
telling
toy,
me.
and I want to play with it.
I just didn't have a whole lot of confidence in the scouting going on there, but all right.
I haven't even scouted. I'm still drying out my boots.
But yeah, I would say we should go as direct as possible, avoiding major roads unless necessary, and let Silverwolf be our kind of guide for that.
Okay. I think that's kind of a. So probably what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get away from the river. Is where you're going to want to get away from.
Yeah.
So
even if we sort of head in
this
direction first, so head south first and then over to Kinemeet from there.
Sure, that works.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of distance.
Yeah.
Raleigh's just standing back listening to you guys talk, and he's got his hand on his chin, and he's giving like this very like he's trying to be like a college professor. And he's Wyndon. He's just standing there. Yes. Indubitably.
Ah, there's the word. In your face, Verona. I'm not the only one that does it.
Wow. Things turned ugly there.
Right? No, Verona knows me. So it's like that's like my catchphrase. So, let's see here. Now I fixed everything on the video, but when I switched it over to the live, let me double check. Yeah, it's all black.
Everybody's black.
Yeah, but
Back in black.
Back in black. The yeah, why is that? Where it's just okay on one but not the other. Interesting.
It's I don't know. It's something to do with the kingdom. If you go into, here's a little inside baseball for those who are watching as well. if you go into the scene itself and then look for the Skype, click on it, and then click the same Skype screen that you're looking at, it should redo it.
Okay. So, you're not talking about actually click on the Skype screen.
I'm going like into down inside the scene. You see you'll see where it says Skype.
Yeah.
Click on double click on that to open up the the thing when you go to change it.
Oh, hit done.
Yeah, and it I think that helps.
All right, let's try that.
What is Raleigh doing to Wyndon at the moment?
I'm trying to steal his crossbow. If I
Sure, he's gonna let you take it.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's. Oh God.
So, are you aware that he took it, or you're just not hearing?
I mean, sure. Okay. Let's see if I'm not very perceptive. Yeah. So, okay, he took it. That's fine.
So you can just hear like Wyndon off now. It's like pew, pew, pew. and it just like it accidentally goes off and fires in any which direction. I have no idea.
Can I walk back over to Raleigh, grab the crossbow, like knock him on the head with it? Not hard, just a little bit.
Right.
And then walk back and toss it to Wyndon on my way back.
You can certainly try.
You can certainly try. Well, you're gonna.
What would I roll for that?
Well, it's gonna be opposed rolls, so it's like basically if you're
athletics.
Yeah, essentially.
Or acrobatics.
Well, let's put it this way: you can roll on athletics to grab it, and then it would be acrobatics to grab it, and athletics to pull it out of his hands.
Athletics is what I wanted anyway. Can I just do athletics?
Well, yeah. Just give me some rolls. Just give me some D20 rolls.
Yeah, nice try.
That's okay. At this point, Wyndon would have probably noticed because he would have heard it go off, and he'll just go, "Oh," and he'll do a real quick hand gesture, and it'll pop back in his hands.
There you go. That's what I want to see.
He's a fucking wizard.
I told you, he's a wizard.
That is something only a wizard could do.
Still not a wizard.
All
Yeah.
right.
Do magic right in front of me and
he'll just look at Raleigh and go, you could really hurt yourself with this. Just be careful.
Right? Totally.
It felt really cool in my hands. No one's ever let me hold one before.
Yeah, surprising. All right, so I say we go due south, and then we try to cut over to the east near the tangles.
Okay. That is totally legit.
But whatever Silverwolf, this is his bailiwick.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to go.
Okay, so that is what you guys will do. What I want you to do is go ahead and just give me a survival roll there.
Okay.
Yeah. You're basically just and tell
14.
Tell me what you get. Okay, so you got
14.
Okay, cool. All right, that's enough. You're not going to get everybody lost out there in the wilderness, because after you start going in for a while, it starts to look. I don't know if you guys have ever been out on the Western Plains at all, because basically, if you go out into those plains, after a while, it's just basically it's like being out in the ocean. It's just like, there's more plains that way, and there's more plains this way. So,
gonna say too, if you need Narrow's guidance, I can always provide that for you every time you make sure we're on the right track.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I want that though.
It's an extra D4.
Even so.
Okay, looks like I got it corrected. It's back up. Okay, cool. Gosh. All right. Curse you, internet. All right, so you guys are going along, and it's autumn time. The temperatures are, with the sun out, nothing really to keep the sun off you. It's a little bit warm and uncomfortable, but for the most part, not too bad. And then it just went black again. They all went black. All right, I'm not going to fuck
That's
around
fine.
with this anymore because we're going to end up losing role-playing time here. So
Losing light.
yeah. So all right. So what I need is
The audience will just have to envision us sitting around naked.
well, I
There
wasn't.
goes the audience.
I
I
wasn't.
need to watch the windows behind me for murderers.
Yeah.
Sweat glistening off our naked bodies.
Right? I wasn't anticipating that, but okay. Yeah. Rock on. Good times.
I take my water skin and just dump it over my head, cascading down my chest.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
Moving on.
All right. There. And then the other one's all jacked up now, too. Okay.
Anyway, driving on.
Okay. So you guys are progressing along. Go ahead, and I'm going to need everybody go ahead and give me a perception check. And yep.
10.
Yeah.
13 here.
Since I'm
Double.
floating up in the air, can I get some advantage or anything?
If you, what's that?
Since I'm floating up in the air above everybody else, do I get advantage or anything?
You sure can, man.
All right, then I got a 15.
All right, cool.
18.
Okay, so
Wow,
Right.
Raleigh
An
was the
18
most.
is -1.
Yeah.
Wow.
you're a man among men, sir.
Raleigh's finally paying attention after 20 episodes.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
Still trying to think of ways to get the crossbow back.
Right?
It's just something happens to be happening in the direction he's doing his 1,000-yard stare.
All right, now I think I've got that all taken care of too. Okay.
Did we take a rest at all or no?
I think we got one.
Yeah,
Somewhat,
because
yes.
after the
Before, yeah, it was we did in the morning. We
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
swam in the
started
morning.
off in the morning having had a long rest and
That's right.
crossing
Right.
the river.
right,
Okay.
exactly. Oh, and that's supposed to be who's that? Oh, Jesus.
It's Jesus.
Yep.
What's up,
Raleigh,
Jesus?
you see Jesus.
All right, do me
That explains it. Holly would see Jesus.
do me a
Or
favor.
as I like.
Guys,
Do me a favor and just give me an antidote. You guys talk about something for. Just let me go ahead and finish. I don't want to have to put it on pause just so I can do that. But entertain the folks. I'm almost done
do you
with
know
this.
there was a lady who saw Jesus in like a grilled cheese sandwich, I think it was, or it was a pancake or something. She sold that shit on eBay for like $18,000.
Yeah, they do that with
Yeah.
the Virgin Mary all the
It
time.
was the
too.
Virgin
They find
Mary,
her
I
in-
think. Yeah.
Yeah, they find her in all sorts of places. What I understand, they're always in the last place you look.
Hey,
As it should be.
So if you're looking for Jesus or the Virgin Mary,
Excellent.
Trinitarian Jesus.
Worst case scenario,
Trinitarian
you're making
Jesus, yeah.
pancakes trying to see Jesus and you don't see Jesus, you still got pancakes.
That's
Yeah.
right. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay.
I've actually started working on what was the name of it? One of the songs that we
Nice.
up with. I was playing around before I left over the weekend. I was
Is that
playing around
Tritherian
with the
something?
guitar. It was one of the something about a dog. I don't have my notebook with me,
Nice.
and I didn't work on any lyrics yet. Just a little guitar work. So
you get a
Awesome.
whole album out of that.
He says so casually. Just a little guitar work.
I know, right?
Yeah, just some minor thing I threw together.
that is all it is right now. Very minor.
I still think that we should do
Hey, minor.
the tour shirt. I think that would be awesome.
That would be fun. We need more songs though. I think we only have like 4 songs so far.
They're
Yeah.
coming. They're popping up all the time.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that I want to know is, have you written those down?
I wrote down the ones that I remembered last week. So we have like 6.5 pounds of Salus, which is
My favorite.
Yeah,
Um,
Tritherian Jesus, was that one?
that's just
Yep.
a band name.
That's the
the
album.
Oh, okay.
Justin.
Yeah.
I mean, if only there was some place we could go back and listen to these.
No one's recording them or anything.
So true.
It's
If
lost to
only.
time. It's a fleeting moment. You'll never capture it again.
Right? It's so true. So
Darn.
true. I love that. All right.
All right. So what do I see? What do I hear? What's going on?
All right.
What's up?
I'm almost done. I gotta.
You had
I gotta
2 weeks to prepare. I'm just
It was
gonna point
fine. I even had it all up. And you know what? I had all the images on the other one are fine, and then it's black. And I went through and I did the fix that you told me to do, and it didn't work.
out. Yeah, I don't.
So it's your fault, Adam.
Yep,
I
that's
take
what I'm
full
trying to
responsibility.
do, man. You see that? I'm really trying to deflect that shit towards him.
And not
Believe
because
me,
you gave him bad advice, but just because you traveled to Florida.
Right?
If there were
Get your priorities right, man.
if there were a way I could not be at the Fort Myers Best Western,
You'd be like, totally. All
and
right.
sadly enough, this is the nicest hotel in Fort Myers.
All right.
Sure, they're happy for that backwards compliment.
Yeah.
So again, Best Western Fort Myers. If you'd like to be a sponsor,
Totally. All right. Screw that. This is basically the way it's going to be. I can't believe how jacked up this is now. I've given it my all. And
Well,
that
way to sell.
There's some.
and my all is really jacked up.
did you try transitioning it over again once you did what I told you to do?
Yeah, I did. And it worked for a second because I double checked on
Twitch.
on Twitch and it was there. And I was like, sweet. Okay, so it worked. And then nope. And then it went from that to nada. So I was like, okay, well that's good to know. So
Yeah, it's an issue with Streamlabs OBS. By the way, if Streamlabs OBS, if you'd like to be a sponsor,
right.
um,
Okay.
I'm
Good
guessing
luck.
that your harmonics have been disrupted. You're going to need to do a teraphasic graviton polarity progressive subspace field control, and then reset our transceivers.
That sounds right.
Yep.
Just to
Wow.
the engine room now.
I concur.
I hate IT guys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, it's Star Trek Technobabble.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I thought it sounded like Star Trek.
The fact that you can actually jabber that off like that. Okay, so here's the battle map. Okay, we're gonna take the battle map over, and that's got none of you guys too. All right, I'm done. I've tried.
Hey, I have the entire original action figures of the original cast mounted on top of my monitor, along with several of the next generation cast. So
Well,
I may have
Nice.
watched an episode or two.
maybe, yeah.
I should hope so. So this
I've
episode is
never
going to
watched
be.
anything.
Teaser that I got from the Star Trek experience, and I have a tricorder and a communicator from like the 70s still. So
Wow.
The only thing I know about Star Trek is from that Star Trek experience in Vegas.
oh, that was awesome. I
So,
got to
fun fact.
I went for 3 days. It was awesome.
I think Michael might own more Star Trek paraphernalia than I own things.
Well done, sir. Well done. Okay, so basically, what ends up happening is you guys go through.
Oh, we're playing?
Yeah,
I tried Enterprise, but the screens are all black. So
I've tried doing the fixes and stuff that you recommended, and I'm not. Nothing seems to be working with that, so I don't know what else to do. And as opposed to just have everybody watch me go back and forth and try and whittle
Oh, yeah.
this. It's a theater of the mind night, so
It's fascinating TV.
yeah. And of course, the only person whose ugly mug's up there is mine. So there you go. So I don't know what to say.
And actually, you're the only one that I can't see.
That is so weird,
Yeah.
man.
Well, you don't. Well, I'm only.
I gotta
watching
say,
on
it's
Skype.
crap like this and my inabilities that's really gonna keep us from getting sponsors.
Yeah, and I
So-
keep trying. I mean, how many corporations do I have to make fun of? For
Right?
you?
So true. Yeah, see, that one doesn't work either. That is so wow. Wow. Okay, great. I love it. Love it. Okay, so basically, you guys are heading along. It seems like everything is working fine. You don't see any guard. I mean, you don't come across any wildlife. Even it's kind of strange in just how little. Okay, see there, it's working now. Okay, cool. We're gonna go with that.
It truly is a brave new world.
Well, you know what it is. I took it out of edit mode, and I put it in the single mode, and then it went through. Hey, whatever. Okay, so basically, you guys were going along as you progress further into the wilderness. What you start seeing is, at first, as you looked over your shoulders, you did see a big dust cloud. Essentially, it's what's going on up and around Rook Roost. The further you go into the plains, the more that, of course, settles in the background. Once or twice, you guys did see dust south of your position because you guys came in. You kind of cut across, right? Am I?
Well, we went down first, a couple miles, and then across.
And down first for you guys, if everybody remembers the map that I had up there, that's going to cut you down and away from the road that leads out of Kinemeet towards the Artonsamy and what have you.
Right.
You did see in the distance some dust and what have you that was obviously some sort of columns that were moving on that road.
I'm assuming like past Kinemeet, away from the Tangles, or toward the Tangles. Which do you mean?
Moving away from the Tangles towards Rook Roost.
Right.
Okay.
Do you remember how that because the Tangles are directly above the Rift where you guys are going, and the Rift is like smack dab in the middle of the Bandit Kingdoms.
Right.
Kinemeet is to the east.
Right.
Of there. Okay. So so basically, how you guys are doing is you're cutting down. You see,
we're cutting down toward the Tangles and then moving out toward.
Well, if you're going towards the Tangles, you're going a hell of far of the way out of your way because you can cut straight.
I'm just saying we're going down to like through here, like just below where Wyndon's Token is.
Let me go ahead and change that over so everybody can see.
Something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So
we're going to like that corner of the hexagon, then down toward Kinemeet.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's much easier to see. So basically, from Kinemeet going towards the Artonsamy, you guys did see some columns, some dust columns. But it was far enough in the distance that it's really not that big of a deal for you. You're not in any threat. Even with letting Balloon Ash go way up into the into the air to take a look around.
I wish he didn't do that, but if everybody else is okay with it, we'll just carry on.
All I have to do is be about 6 inches off the ground, just so I don't, hit my feet on a small bump or something.
Right.
I can't trust my my half-orc to warn me of such things. So
he ain't warning you shit, dude. He's pulling.
Exactly. I can't trust
him. He's not strong. You just basically got you got a high school nerd tied a rope around him. So now pull me, boy. You're in full armor and stuff. I mean, Harchuck's just down there pulling you, and he's all he's doing is grumbling under his breath, and just sweat's just pouring off of him. So. Oh, and by the way, you have a new.
I don't care. I feel no sympathy at all for him.
I know you don't. You by the way, have a brand new admirer. Verona thinks that your Star Trek speak is like way awesome, dude. So just so you know. So say something else about like dilithium crystals or Klingons or something real quick.
Make it so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Star Trek thing was turning me on too.
Well, Michael in general just pretty much turns me on, but that everybody knows that. Okay, so you guys trudge along, and it's basically it's not even a lot of wildlife. Now, there's not a lot of wildlife that's out there on the plains anyway. You see some some prairie dogs, some rabbits. You actually saw some coyotes out on the in the distance, but most of them are keeping a fair distance away from you. And there's not an awful lot of big animals that are out on the plains anyway. So you guys, you go through that entire night, and then that entire day, and it starts to get close to nighttime. Starts to come in. The sky starts to turn purple and what have you. So are you guys going to go ahead and go ahead and camp for the night? You gonna bed down? You gonna go through the night? What are you guys doing here?
Yeah, we should probably camp. I'm assuming we want to make it a cold camp, right? We don't want fire out here.
Yeah, I think we're especially in the plains. I mean, we'll be pretty easy to spot if we have a fire. I
Yeah.
think.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, being a ranger and you're familiar with this area, there is now granted they're plains, but there is a little bit of a roll to them to an extent. So you can go until you can find like a decent enough area where it's kind of in a depression. So
Then to get like a small fire going.
well, you could do that. I mean, or it just keeps you from being seen.
Yeah, well,
You can also dig about a
There you go.
1 foot hole, and
Yep.
then you dig another 1 foot hole nearby and a tunnel between the two, and you put a fire down in there, and then the smoke kind of goes out the other, and you don't see any of it. That's what a way of hiding yourself on the plains if you want to still have a fire.
Huh. It's almost as if somebody around here is a scoutmaster. Not gonna say anything else.
Yeah, so, by the way, that was Silverwolf who recommended that. It just sounded a lot like that.
Yeah, actually, it sounded really far away because it was coming from way above you guys.
Yeah. Sure. That sounds good.
Okay.
That sounds fine.
All right, cool. So, what are we going to do as far as the watch order with you guys? Who's
I don't mind taking first,
okay?
or I'll go wherever anybody wants. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I'll go,
Actually, I'll take last.
then I'll go first.
This way, I can put my armor back on. I'm not used to having all this armor. So.
Right. Well, yeah, because you got actual chain mail, like a full set
Right.
chain, not just a chain shirt.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to take that shit off when I.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I'm not gonna be comfortable in that.
Yeah, which is understandable. All right. So.
I would ask Ash if he's able to see in the dark, because I know that Silverwolf and Raleigh can see in the dark, and I cannot. So
I cannot see in the dark. No,
okay, so
that
maybe
is not a
we should
gift
be
that
the
I
ones
was given.
Should I take watch like near sunrise, so I at least have a little bit of light rather than being in full darkness?
You got it. You guys are the best. And Raleigh's
You're in the middle of the night, so that's the
Yeah.
Okay. So. All right. So then.
All right, then I guess I'll go first.
But I wanted to go first.
I know, but you can't see anything. Okay, go first. I'll go in the middle somewhere. I'll go right before Raleigh,
Oh Jesus.
so I can wake his ass up.
So the sun's
Okay.
coming up.
Still figuring out who's gonna take first watch.
Like, no, I got to put my armor on yet, and then
No, I'm just gonna do my watch without any armor on. That's
right.
fine.
The only one that got a full night's sleep was Raleigh. So just saying. Okay, so all right. So the night
Do
goes.
zombies and whatnot see in the dark?
That's a good
Oh.
question. I don't think. Well, I don't know. That's.
I'll look that up. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you go ahead and look that up. So, because if that's the case, you could have your zombies pretty much.
Yeah, they're around for 24 hours. So.
Yeah, they could do the entire watch for you guys, and you guys could all sleep. So, I don't think they do though.
It does say they have dark vision in the monster manual.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You could do that if you want. Then
Yeah.
you want to put the zombies on patrol
Yeah, I'll
there.
put a zombie up on the zombie of Penhurst or whatever his name was.
Penholt.
Penholt.
Well, at least it wasn't Perchuck or whatever the hell when you combined both of the names last time. So, okay, all right. So,
I'm still gonna take my watch because I don't.
all right, that's fine. Okay, so
You
everybody
know,
else,
my zombie.
I
I don't.
I
Probably
know.
smart.
don't think Silverwolf really trusts anybody. To tell you the truth.
No, Wyndon's all right.
Way to go. Okay, so
I mean, and I like Ash and Raleigh, but I don't trust them necessarily.
I gotcha. Yeah, there's a difference between liking
Yeah.
somebody and trusting that person.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
totally understand that 100%. Okay, so basically, the other guys are sleeping. So are you going to do the first watch there then, Silverwolf?
No, I'll do one in the middle.
Okay, you're going to do one in the middle? All right. So
Yeah.
what I want you to do is because you're a heavy drinker and I'm sure you were already drinking. So what I need you to do is give me a
I'm not drinking that heavily though, because I'm down to I think just 2 wineskins.
Yeah, but you're a drinker in general. So
Yes.
what I need from you is I need a con check.
Okay.
Let's see if you wake up.
Oops, I rolled the wrong thing. Hold on. Oh, my acrobat. The thing is, I am so drunk. I'm doing cartwheels. I'm flipping.
So no, basically what ends up happening here is you do the old classic drunk thing. It's like, well, I'm only gonna have a little bit. Oh, a little bit more. And then you start to get your drink on, and then next thing you know, you're like, fuck it, and then I'm just gonna sit. So
Yeah, right. I am now down. My booze count is down to 1, I'm assuming.
Yep. So you drink really good. You basically pass out.
Okay.
You're sleeping, and you wouldn't have gotten up if it hadn't been for this pain you're feeling on your finger.
Oh.
And you wake up in your groggy, drunken, and it's that ring is really it's hurting your hand, and that pain is actually traveling up your hand up into your arm, and man, it's almost like you're like, am I fucking having a heart attack? What the hell, man? It's like, so what I need you to do now is go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Kadok. Oops. Oh, that's persuasion. Sorry.
Man, okay, here
My
comes a
kids-
1. Here comes a 1.
Oh, it's 1 less. It's a 10.
10. All right, 10's enough. 10's enough. So basically, you get up because of the pain. You're like, fuck. And you get up and you start pacing a little bit. And you notice that the zombie that Ash had set up to keep an eye on stuff, when he set him up, he was like kind of like standing next to where Ash was bivouac bedded down, right? He's now moved more towards the center of where like you guys had that fire pit and then what have you, and he's just like standing there and looking down, and it's because it's dark and the fire's burned down and it's pretty much just some embers in there now, so you got a little bit of red light coming out, but it's almost as if he's looking into a very deep, dark shadow on the ground.
Okay. I will also look at that deep, dark shadow.
Okay, you're gonna go over to it.
I mean, I'm not going to step on it, but I'll walk closer to it. I mean, so I can see it at least. But, I mean, I'm still going to be a couple of feet away.
Okay, so basically what you're seeing is it looks as if it's a dark shadow. It moves like it's sort of basically an oval, and it moves as if it's water. So like the edges of it are constantly moving back and forth, and it seems like sort of distorted. And you see wisps of black like steam or vapor that come off of it. Very similar to when you guys saw those guys that were attacking you in the last episode, and how that shadow mist would come off of them and then evaporate. It's sort of like that, and it does emanate a slight bit of coldness from it. And go ahead.
I want to push the zombie into the center of it.
Okay, you push the zombie, and the zombie just kind of like topples over and falls and disappears.
Yeah,
Into
that's
the
what I
black.
thought.
when you do that, and almost at the same time as when you're doing that, when you're walking up, and then right before you put your hands on it and then you push it in, you hear emanating from the darkness, but also in your mind, you hear, "Enter, Nady. Come in and speak with me. We have much to discuss."
Do I now push Raleigh in? That's
It's more he's sleeping heavily, so you could roll him in there. That's not a problem.
I mean, I'm not that subtle. I would just drag him by the foot.
Now your ring, as you got a little bit closer to it and closer to that hole, that pain that you felt, and especially when you were pushing the zombie over it, because like for a split second your hands hovered over like where some of the blackness was, the pain sort of subsided a little bit.
I'll just say into the hole, who are you?
If you come inside, all will be known. Come, let us speak.
Silverwolf does like a good mystery.
Okay.
Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my maul. And I'm gonna go in the hole.
Okay. Before that happens, I want both Raleigh and Wyndon, I need you guys to go ahead and give me perception checks. And Michael, you actually wake up because your zombie's like going, which you interpret as, "Hey, this asshole just pushed me into this big thing of shadow."
All right, and if I wake up, then I will open my eyes and kind of glance around, but I don't move at all yet. I just kind of observe.
And basically,
I'm imagining like not much, but
right. So basically, what you end up seeing as you're laying there and you open up your eyes and you're looking around, you hear and sort of see out of your peripheral Silverwolf kind of stumbling around, and he's like, yeah, he's been drinking. And he's like going through his pack.
Talking to the ground.
He's talking to it. Yeah, he's like talking while he's doing it. So he's talking to himself while he's doing it. Now, Wyndon, you get up, not a problem. Like you're up. You know something's up. You know something's going on. Raleigh, you are drawn out of your slumber. And something's not right, but you're not like 100%. You're kind of like a little bit more pissed off that you're getting woken up than anything else. But I do have to ask, who's waking up?
Morgan is waking up.
Okay, cool. So Morgan, you definitely is like, something is amiss, and I should not have been woken up at this time. But it doesn't feel like impending danger. It just feels something is amiss. Okay.
All right. Okay.
So all three of you guys basically get up at the same time when you hear Silverwolf like rummaging through his shit, and then he's picking up his maul and what have you.
Silverwolf.
Go back.
Silverwolf. Who are you talking to?
Go back to sleep. I'm getting answers.
That's reassuring. Great.
Answers from where? I thought I was the one that spoke to things we couldn't see.
Now, how much of what your zombies see and whatnot, they can't. You don't have like a telepathic link or anything.
No,
like that.
there's no link to it.
So
no,
basically,
it
would just be a matter of you'd come over and like shake you and go.
Yeah, pretty much. You can give it simple commands.
That's what I thought. So when you're looking around, you notice your zombie's not there. It's gone.
Like, what happened to Penhurst or whatever his name was?
Penholt. And Hartchuck is up and he goes, I'll say that at least you could do is get the man's name right if you're going to turn him into a zombie.
It's really irrelevant.
I figured as much.
I pushed him into the hole.
Why? Was there something attacking you out of the hole?
Hole. What hole?
No, this hole.
And I get up at that point and prepare myself.
Okay.
Morgan is kneeling next to the hole, inspecting it.
I don't even know if Wyndham can see the hole, can he?
Oh, that's a
Might
good
be too
question.
dark.
It's not an overcast night. There's enough light out. That's another thing. It's like there's enough when you're out like that. There's plenty of starlight and stuff. Your eyes become quite acclimated to that, and you can see it because it is like jet black against the because it's essentially you guys are camping on dry grass. There's times periods of the year where this grass is more lush and what have you, but this is you're going into autumn. It's still early
Right.
autumn, so this grass is pretty dry. So it's dead, and it reflects that sunlight and moonlight. There's a sliver of moon up there casting some light down. So you guys wouldn't be able to see like really far or anything like that, and somebody could definitely sneak up on you if they were skilled enough. But yeah. Now Morgan, go ahead and just roll me an Arcana right quick, and we'll see how much of this information you actually know. And you're going to have advantage on it. Okay, cool. 13. So that's enough. That's enough. Because for one, it's like you definitely know that this is very similar to the shadow magic that you saw with the fellas that had showed up the other night. Okay,
Sure.
This is not I mean, you recognize this. You pretty much deduce right off the bat too that this is some sort of a gateway of some sort or a portal, but you're not sure how much of a gateway or a portal it might be. So,
Okay, so he's going to step back 5 or 10 feet and kind of kneel, and in like a meditative sort of comfortable position, and he's going to open the jacket, and the bat is going to fly out, and you'll watch him close his eyes as he transfers his consciousness to his bat, and he's going to fly through or into the shadow and see what happens.
okay, cool. And then the only thing too about your bat, everything is we've all got that established. Next time we go into combat, we just have to roll it in
Initiative, right?
and then
Yeah.
basically you'll have to get the order in which, like, let's say you want initiative before the bat,
Right.
Because it takes you, and I'm not doing it's supposed to be a fucking action to command your familiar to do something. I don't play that. It's to me, unless it's a complicated action that is new to the familiar, it's a bonus action for me. I say for you to command it because you've got it trained, you know what you're doing with it, that sort of thing. So it would just be a matter of you might have to wait a round for it to catch up. You would order it on one round, and then it would start on the following round, whatever you're saying for it to do. It can give you a bonus on anything that it is familiar with.
Sure.
So sound, tracking, those sort of things, this guy's going to be champs with. Or if he changes into a different one that has smell or really cute vision, it could help with different things as far as that goes. So
Makes sense.
So it's pretty much what we were saying, but it's just the only difference is going to be really that initiative thing. So okay, so the bat flies in, and you feel a chill sensation as it plunges through the darkness. And for a split second, there's because bats actually aren't blind, but its vision goes blank and dark, completely dark, and then it pops back up and it flies down, and it's in a tunnel. Okay. And it's sloping down, so it's not like it's a straight down drop. So it flies in, almost hits the dirt, corrects itself, and then goes down. So it's like at a comfortable grade, and then it goes into a tunnel. Okay. And Silverwolf, when the bat flies in, that voice again says, "You can bring your friends. That's quite all right."
So, yeah, I am going to just pick up my armor. I'm not wearing it. I'm still bare-chested, and you guys can see that I've got like a ton of Raleigh or Morgan. Well, maybe Morgan. I'm not sure what Morgan is. But anybody who knows Elvish would know they were like, like these old, like tribal looking elven symbols up and down each arm. And there's elven writing on his chest above his heart that in the dark is probably a little hard to see because it's small. And then a giant ass wolf head on his back.
Well, damn.
And I pick up my armor. I don't put it on. And I say, I'm going in.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. When I change this, does this all look black to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yep. Okay, then that's what I needed. I just want to make sure the folks at home can see it, but you can't. All right, cool. All right, so now the bat goes in, and it's black in there, so it's using its sonar to see, and this tunnel goes for a while. So you're not really getting visual information. What's starting to come back to you is the its echolocation information. Okay. So it is. You get this. The information is basically it is a tunnel that is probably roughly at some points closer to 10 feet or a little bit less, and then it widens out a little bit to maybe getting a little bit closer to like 15. And it's irregular. It's definitely not finished, and it goes for a little bit. Do you want to keep having your bat go down that way?
No, that's far enough.
Okay.
I'll dismiss it as an action and return to my.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Did you see my zombie when you're?
Oh yeah, no doubt. So you go when the bat flew in there, it detected that there was the zombies kind of just like laying on the ground at the end of the slope, just kind of like.
Yeah, they'll if they don't have any other commands, they'll just wait and defend themselves if attacked. Right. But that's all they'll do.
Okay.
All right. Then just indicate, that yep.
Okay.
Yes, Penhold is in there. What used to be Penhold.
So, are you donning your armor there, Silverwolf, or are you just?
I'm just holding it right now.
Okay. Are you gonna put?
Do you have it like slung over your back like a cool guy with his leather jacket?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So, I mean, are you gonna go in with it, or are you gonna put it
on? How long does it take me to put it on?
Well,
I don't have my book with me.
I think it's like 10 minutes for that. It might even be longer, depending on the type of armor. But this is chain.
It's full chainmail.
It's a full chainmail suit, so it's not like just a chain shirt.
So I'll just.
It would take 10 minutes to put it on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. How long would it be just to put on the leather armor that I had?
So it's pretty much the same thing because it's
leather armor is like 1 minute.
Is it 1 minute? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that leather coat that's slung over your shoulder is what that is. So
I'll put that on, but I'll leave it open. So
so you can see all your cool tattoos.
Exactly.
All right, cool.
No, I'll put the leather armor on. I'll carry the other, and I'll say, the owner of the ring is talking to me. Can you hear it?
No, for once I'm not able to hear something. It's kind of a relief, actually.
I believe it is a telepathic connection between the two of you. Something like something like this, and then he'll cast message and whisper to Silverwolf. He's like, "Only you can hear me right now. You could respond, and it's really very basic magic."
And you guys do notice that it's the gray coat, not the multicolored coat.
I mean, if you need a coat color to differentiate these guys,
not really paying attention.
Well, one has combed hair, one does not. One makes sense. One is not really. I mean, he does, but depends on if you're following that same trip that he's on. So, yeah.
I say it's offering answers.
So let me get this straight. You're going to go into this ink black hole to who knows where in the middle of the night at the behest of a creepy telepathic voice Just 'cause?
Tell Wyndon I can answer his questions as well.
It can answer your questions as well.
What questions? Like where to get the best rate of pay? Who's hiring?
Yeah.
Yes.
House has the best girls.
Yep.
Well,
I must agree. This seems quite unwise, but there is something tempting about the unknown.
This is probably one of the poorest decisions you've made, and boy, that's a list. But sure, okay, yeah. If you're gonna go in, we probably should all go in because without you, we're kind of lost out here anyway. So if I can help ensure your survival, fine. All right, let's go.
So, is there any way to maybe help determine where we're going more than what we already have? Can anybody?
I mean, I'm assuming we're going into some other realm to face a shadow fiend.
Is there air there?
Yeah, the bat.
The bat's still
yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
that's
was
cool.
air there. Yeah, totally worked. Totally was.
The magic bat hasn't died.
Well,
That fake creature you sent there seemed fine.
yeah. Now
Zombie doesn't breathe was fine, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Now he dismissed it, but yeah, you were able to tell that there's definitely air down there. It's large enough. There was nothing, at least in the area that it went through, because I would assume you had let it fly for maybe a good 15, 20 feet at least, roughly.
Oh, I'd give it probably the 100 feet that I'm allowed, as long as the
Okay, well,
portal
if it went
itself-
100 feet, it went down and it went into a chamber,
Oh, okay.
and there was a creature standing in there.
Oh.
Um,
Describe this creature.
All
I
it's-
thought the was longer.
All it's
honestly.
able to discern, because it can't see, but it can give you what its radio gives you.
Yep.
It's smaller. It is definitely the size of a halfling or a gnome.
Okay.
And it appears to not be encased in any sort of metal. So, AK, you pretty much got, because those sound waves bounce back differently and whatnot. So it's definitely wearing like robes or something along those lines. But there's something just there, and it didn't move. It just was standing there.
Okay.
Nothing else.
So,
Nothing else was happening.
In that case, Morgan would he'd want to ask. He'd be like, "This voice you hear, is it creepy?"
Why do you ask? I mean, it is a mysterious voice coming from a shadow hole that appeared in the ground.
I think we've got another sick and twisted gnome on our hands.
Oh, great! This didn't sound like Salus, did it?
No, it was definitely a male, but there was.
Did it sound like
It
the guy?
sounded like maybe a male version of Salus, yeah.
Fuck. It's not who I thought it was, but still, the one thing we don't have are answers.
we do have Salus though.
There's lots of stuff we don't have.
I don't have it.
Like our souls, a comfortable house,
Was that it?
servants,
6 pounds of Salus in a bag? What's the name of that song again?
6.5 pounds of salad.
6.5 pounds of Salus. There you go. All right. That's good times.
All right, fine. Let's do this foolish quest. Let's do this fool's errand.
Very well. I don't see how this is getting me any closer to restoring my church in Rook Roost, but
If I know that this is not my shadow guy, I'm just gonna put on my fucking armor.
Not your shadow guy, as in.
Like my big 10-foot metal encased shadow guy that I want to kill.
It's, well, as far as you can tell, it's not, because the voice is completely different.
Oh yeah. So in that case, I'm not in as big of a rush then. I'll put on my armor.
Okay. All right, that's not a problem. You can put your armor on.
Okay.
So it takes him 10 minutes to put the armor on.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So you guys are.
You could
So
you could ritual.
how
You
about
guys
them,
could you guys could
go ahead and give
Yeah,
everybody
we're supposed to
just before we go in, I'm going to go ahead and give everybody a bless.
Okay. What's the duration on it on bless again?
Duration of a bless is
8
it's
hours
10
or
minutes,
something,
right?
No, it's
long.
like 8 hours.
It's like a minute. No, bless is
what-
like a minute.
Yeah, it's not super.
So that's why I
super long.
say just before we go in. I
Okay,
give
so just
everybody a
before,
bless.
after Silverwolf is done with his last buckle, I will point out that it would have went a lot quicker if you guys helped him. But
I was
I
looking that up.
understand. I
was looking it up. I
understand.
didn't know if that helped or not.
Yeah.
Okay,
It would.
well.
Let's put it this way: for every if one person helps him, I'll half the time. If 3 people help him, I'll say it just takes like three minutes. But that's up to you guys.
Well, while they're helping, I want to ritually cast alarm around the area before
Totally
we go.
can do that. You got plenty of
Yeah.
time. For
So
that.
in which case you might as well just let me do it by myself.
Right,
It's gonna
'cause,
take
yeah,
me-
it's gonna
gonna
take you
the same
10 minutes
amount of time.
Yeah, 10
Right.
minutes to cast it, so that's not a problem.
You each
Well, maybe-
go ahead and kind of
help you, and the other wizard can help me ritually
Other
cast. We'll both go faster.
I'll also go ahead and give you each 5 temporary hit points, and those last for 8 hours.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
there it is. All right, cool. So, you guys gonna go in?
Yep.
Okay, now, all right. So who's going in first?
I'm definitely going in first.
Definitely Silverwolf, yeah.
Okay, followed by.
I mean, Morgan's not going to wait too long. If there's not a line, he'll just jump in afterwards.
I'll go after Morgan.
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
All right, cool. All right. As you go down, as you step into the darkness, because essentially Morgan would tell you, hey, it grades right here. So you would know on which part to enter in this oval. You step in, and it's almost as if you're stepping into liquid shadow for a moment. As it's like stepping into a pool, but it doesn't have the same tangibility that water does. It's like stepping into liquid smoke, maybe. Okay. As you step through, a chill runs up through your foot and through your body, but then after you shiver for just a split second, it does subside, and then you just walk down. It's like you're walking, in submerging yourself in water, but without any buoyancy. Once you
Does my ring still hurt once I'm in there?
No, your ring stops hurting completely. And your hand feels fine. Everything's back to normal now. Once it gets less, and as soon as it submerges under that, the pain goes away completely. Okay.
And I don't mention any of that pain to anybody else.
Gotcha. Now, when your head goes beneath the shadow, okay, and it just, you can't see shit. So you keep walking. Assuming you're walking cautiously. And you walk and you feel the slope go, and then it starts to level out, and then you step on something, and you hear.
Oops! Found your zombie. I yell up to.
I give it a mental command to go ahead and lead the way because it has dark vision.
Yep.
I mean, I have dark vision too, but can I not see anything still?
No, this is the thing. This is without light in here. So dark vision, it's unlike in older D&D where you had infravision or whatnot, so you could see in the dark. You still need some sort of light source, no matter even if it's really small.
I thought I could
for
see
to amplify that.
dim.
Morgan would draw the sunblade and see if that gets off
As
any
soon
light.
as you draw the sunblade, we get light. And with that, let's go ahead and show you, gentlemen, something so I can show you where to go ahead and put your tokens.
All right.
Is there any creatures that actually have like complete dark vision anymore? I don't think there is. Is there?
Drow
actually
actually
some.
too dark vision.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
mean,
rare.
as it's written, it does say you can see in dim light within 60
Right.
feet as if it were bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light.
Oh, that's right. So you still have disadvantage because it's dim light, but you're not
Okay,
blind.
and so in darkness as in dim light, so then that would mean that basically you see what? Only 10 feet? Right?
No, still.
No, you see your radius still. So if it's
Yeah,
like a
it's just like
radius,
dim, like. Yeah.
I don't. Raleigh's too big to fit in the.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shrink you. I got to shrink you guys down here a little bit. Oh, am I on the wrong? Yeah, that's right. Okay, hold on. Let me get back.
Where am I? Oh, here.
Hold on. Let me shrink you guys down to the appropriate size.
I believe you're the Best Western.
Right? I think we already established that. You remember you got the really crappy internet.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Not the best Western. I've had
Sadly,
better.
sadly enough, this actually may be the best Western.
Okay, and then Steve, go ahead and drop Winden in there for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. Not a problem. I know that. I know your vision's really limited with that dim light crap. I think it is.
My vision's completely limited because I'm human. I can't see anything.
Yeah. I'm only seeing what was being produced there. And actually, I'll go ahead and
Actually, let me get you a zombie too.
check something here.
I think I might have put my token in the wrong area. Can you see where it is there, Will?
Yeah, let me take a look.
Okay.
Holy crap! You don't want to be over there. Let me move you.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and put light on my zombies on the top of the zombie's head.
Okay, let me put get a zombie token here for your guy.
And then we'll send him out 60 feet
Okay.
ahead of us.
So the way dim light works is that the area is considered lightly obscured. So they compare dim light to like patchy fog or moderate foliage. So you can see, you just have disadvantage on perception checks.
So that's dim light. What's the next?
Well,
next
it says, and again, I'm looking at the Roll20 thing here, but dark vision. Many creatures in a fantasy gaming world, especially those that dwell underground, have dark vision within a specified range. A creature with dark vision can see in darkness as if the darkness were dim light.
Okay.
So areas of darkness are only lightly obscured as far as the creature is concerned. However, the creature can't discern color in darkness, only shades of gray.
Okay, so you can still see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But you guys got light now anyway, and that's why I went ahead and lit this up. So
yeah, we sent him 60 feet ahead there, or at least up to the intersection.
Let me give you control of this, so you can move the zombie. Okay.
Who's the screaming dude?
Now that's right there. As you guys, you guys were coming in. You do all these lights and stuff like that. And then as those lights come up, you see now he's not doing this Michael Jackson ho thing over here. Oh,
Yeah.
But it's a gnome, and he's in like a monk's habit, except there's no hood up. The hood is back, and he is bald though. He's completely shaven, which is very rare for gnomes. Gnomes usually like to have outrageous hair and like facial hair and like nice twirly mustaches and goatees and what have you. And it's just he's standing there and he's got his hands inside of his sleeves. You know how they like the kung fu monks do that stuff. So, and then as you approach more of the area is going to start to come open. Okay. So he's just standing there and he goes, "Welcome. You've brought your friend, Silverwolf. That is what you prefer to be called, is it not?"
It is. What do you prefer to be called?
"My name is of no consequence.
It's a long
But
name.
for the sake..."
All right.
right?
We'll call you of no.
For the
Sure.
sake of a conversation, you can call me number one.
Okay. Who are you? Why did you call me here?
He takes let me get on the right thing so I can move him. He takes a step forward and then stops. He's not doing anything in a threatening way.
Yep.
"I'm here to offer you power, Silverwolf. Much power."
And I'm assuming there's a price.
"Oh, the only price is for you to give in to the ring."
Can all of us hear this?
Yes, he's talking. He's talking out loud. It's not happening in Silverwolf's head. He goes, "You would like the power to kill Ayus, wouldn't you? Not just his minions, not just the lowly generals and foot soldiers that call themselves his men, his soldiers, but use himself. The power to kill a demigod.
Well, you've got my attention.
Excellent. So,
But
give in to the ring.
I don't know who you normally lure into your creepy shadow cave, but I'm going to need a little bit more information before I just take candy from a stranger here. What do you know about this ring? And I'm going to need to know more about who the hell you are other than number one.
You want to know what? My name I was given at birth? Is that it?
I don't give a shit about your name. I want to know
Then
what
my
you
name
do.
is number one.
Who are you to this ring? And what do you know about this ring?
I am just a servant of the ring, and I would be, and he bows very deeply to you, would be a servant to you if you were to give in to it.
Bless you.
Bless you, yes.
Thank you.
And what do you know about this ring?
I know
Who's-
much, but ask.
Who's its master?
Okay, I'm going to, as not to cut off that very dramatic conversation thing here going on. Hey, Raleigh, as you went over this way and you see the
Yeah,
light
Morgan
that's
is he's listening, but he's inspecting this whole thing and checking this out.
Yeah, those are candles on the floor. And,
Okay.
And it's lighting up the area. And when you look here, I'm going to reveal a little bit more because anybody that looks this way, you're going to see this because the candles light up this room.
Yeah, I'm not looking away from the gnome.
Right.
So
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so he's still kind of listening to their conversation because this is interesting, but
Right.
he's also checking out. Can you tell what's this here?
That is a pile of, it's a mound, it's definitely taller than you, and it's armor, weapons, backpacks, all kinds of different things. It looks as if all kinds of adventurers have deposited gear here over years and years.
Yeah.
nothing suspicious there.
Okay.
Do I see a lot of ghosts around or hear a lot of ghosts around?
You see absolutely none.
Fascinating.
Okay, so
All right.
I'm sorry, you were asking. What were we asking the guy?
Who does this ring belong to?
Why, it belongs to you. You
It
are
does
the
now.
wielder of the wing of the. You are the wielder of the wing. We are brought here to jam marriage, right? Okay, all right. That's what he says.
So-
Uh-huh.
Okay, yes, it is mine now. But where did it come from originally?
All you need to do is give in to the ring, and that information will be yours.
And what does that mean, give into the ring? Because I can tell you that I've been fighting this ring since I put it on.
Exactly. Just allow it to give you the power that it possesses.
But all I've seen since I've put this ring on is horror.
If you were to put on that ring, you will receive the power of the protector of Tostenka.
I'm going to
Raleigh,
do.
Morgan.
I'm sorry, Morgan.
Yes.
Give me a history check.
You got it, sir. It's a 10.
That sounds real familiar, but you can't place it when you heard him
Right.
say that.
To
Tostenka.
do an insight check to see if this guy is telling the truth,
Sure, go ahead.
and I'm going to ask Nerul for guidance.
Okay. Oh, you don't even
shit.
need it.
Right.
Yeah.
He's beating around the bush, but he's not lying. You know that for a fact.
What power will
Right.
this ring give me?
The power to kill a demigod. The power to make you yourself a demigod.
I don't have any interest in being a demigod. All I want to do
Well,
is
then
kill
you'll
Ayus.
never kill Ayus, and you'll never, never, never revenge your family.
This guy knows how to push my fucking buttons, man.
Of course.
Your family is already at peace.
Yes,
So
at
Morgan's gonna
peace,
cast
but they
message.
have not had vengeance yet, Silverwolf. You
They're
know.
They
at
are at
peace.
peace. Don't forget, they are at peace.
But I'm not.
But are they at peace? Are you going to believe the man who brings undead into the world?
Well, I mean, if we're going to talk about who I believe over who,
So true.
I believed Ash over some strange bald gnome hiding in the darkness who won't even give a straight answer, who promised them.
I can't give a straight answer unless you put on the ring.
Well,
I can
I've already
tell you
got the
some
ring.
things.
At this point, Wynn is gonna be like, so if this ring's so great, why didn't you just put it for yourself?
Because I am not allowed.
You're not
I am
allowed.
merely a servant of the ring. Or should I say, what is contained within the ring, I am a servant to.
All right, what is contained within the ring?
Power! The power to kill a demigod. Oh, there goes that record
You know.
again.
Yeah, Morgan's gonna cast message to Silverwolf and just emphasize that you cannot trust. Do not trust this guy. Like for 1 second. And is there any sort of arcana or religion check or anything I can make for the significance of these candles?
Sure, go ahead. Give me it's arcana. Give me an arcana check.
Okay.
While he's doing that,
It's
I'm
a
going to have the
16.
zombie poke around.
Okay. All right, let's do the arcana check first. 16.
16.
There's definitely something. They're more than light sources. You can tell that they're lit, that they're giving off radiance, but you can tell that the candles are not being consumed.
He's going to try and blow out the one right next to him and see if anything happens.
Okay, this one right. I am on. So you're going to blow that one out right there?
Yeah.
Okay. It goes out. And when you do that, hold on one moment, please.
Oh man.
Dun, 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 dun. I think this will get it. Okay, it did. Good. Glad. All right, let me go back to. Yep, that's the level I need to be on. You guys see those now, right? That's a candle. I don't want a damn candle. Give me these things. There we go.
Oh, in the background there,
oh, God.
Yeah,
I'm
they
still
didn't.
not gonna see it.
They
because
didn't.
I'm still
They
looking
didn't
at this
appear.
guy.
They didn't appear there though. Hold on, I got to rearrange them. Out of this pile comes like lumbering out. It's as if the armor and discarded weapons and backpacks and iron spikes and pitons and rope and all that. These things are constructed of it, and they're in the form of they're in humanoid form, and they
Okay.
all just come up out of it. Okay. And oh shit, Charles, is that what I think it is? Is it Anish time? It sure is.
Do we want to take a break first since it's 10:37?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a quick break, and
Yeah,
then
quick.
go refresh your beverages and what have you. And
Right before we take a break,
uh-huh,
do I hear these guys?
that comes
Because
stumbling out of-
I wouldn't see them because I'm staring at this guy. I am
Oh yeah, you
solely-
hear it because it's all like yeah. Because
do they look like Arver Nades
no,
guys or something different?
No, these guys are actually constructed out of all this just junk. So like one, its head is like a spool of rope, and its arm is
Okay, got
actually a backpack with a sword.
So
blade
these are
sticking
more
out of it.
magical than construct.
Correct. It's something completely different. I know they look like suits of armor as far as the visual is of them, but
Right. Yeah. That's why I'm just checking. So I still don't. I'll take a quick peek then and just to see what they are. And before we go to break, I just say I accept.
Oh, all right, cool.
Nice.
That's great. That's great. Okay, cool. So we will go ahead and we'll pick back up there here as soon as we get back. So let me go ahead and switch it over. And go refresh your beverages. We will take it. We will be quick. I do apologize. Obviously, it was something wrong with the edit mode for the. I know they just did an update. I would think that it wouldn't fuck with the update with the edit
No,
mode.
it's sometimes every time they update it, it like resets for some reason. That
Yeah.
thing. So
So at least we got some visuals and whatnot. So we'll go ahead and we'll be right back.
all right, cool.
Woohoo! You can take the guy out of the candy store, but the candy still affects. I don't know. Anyway, so hold on. Let me go to the actual. I want to go to the battle map. There we go. That's what I needed for you guys to be at. Oh, and then there goes the images. I'm not messing with those. So you got parts of Jairus, parts of there they go. They're all back in place now. Yay! Okay.
You take the guy out of the
Uh-oh. I can hear myself.
I just was double checking just to make
Okay.
sure he did it right. That's all.
You don't trust me?
I mean, I do
Failure.
to a point.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Okay, so
There is a limit to my trust. I'm not gonna. I don't blindly trust anybody.
okay, so basically what happened here is the zombie went over, started fucking around with that big old pile of stuff. As soon as he started doing that, these I don't even know, because they're not constructs. They're like, what would you? Steve, help me. They're a smorgasbord.
Animated armor.
Animated objects.
They're like a collage of animated objects into humanoid
A
form.
cornucopia, if you will.
No, that doesn't work, but thank you for playing. So anyway, I can actually get rid of that now, for now. So the initial marker goes away. Because you, Silver Wolf, you said, I agree.
I do agree. Yeah.
And at that point,
Actually, I said I accept, but
I
it's the same
accept.
idea.
And the ring, you can feel a pulse and a surge of energy go through from that ring and go shooting up your arm. And it shoots up your arm and it goes into your head, and you're like, your eyes like bug out and your hair starts standing on end. It's almost as if you got static electricity shooting out through your body. Your body itself goes rigid. Now, for a fleeting second, you realize you're about to be your entire person, your core, who you are, your personality, the remnants of what makes you you, even though you don't have your soul in there anymore, because there's trace residuals of what your soul is that allow you to still be the person you were.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to be consumed, and you realize you will be no more.
I'll take it.
You can at this you will not, as in no more, as in you will no longer be Silver Wolf. You don't know, you'll be somebody else, as if somebody is going to inhabit your body.
Oh shit.
You see what I'm saying? Look at it this way. You're at a stoplight, and a guy just opened up your passenger side door and stuck a gun in and said, "Get out!" And he's going to take your car, and it's going to be his, and you won't have that car anymore.
So
You can resist it. You have
For a
Rule's blessing with you.
for a moment, as I'm feeling this, I close my eyes and I think about how much easier it would be to let this happen.
Yes.
And for a moment, I just relax for probably the first time in however many months it has been at this point. And then I see where before I had a pain in my finger from this ring. I can feel both the tattoos on my chest above my heart, and I'm acutely aware of the 3 bracelets, leather, homemade bracelets around my wrist. And I see a vision of my wife, my mother, and my child, a little silver-haired boy, and I fight it.
Okay, good. Okay, so what I need you to do... Hold on, I got to see if Lee Kim's still around.
We need some help, Lee Kim. We need you now more than ever.
Okay. What I need from you is I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You have a D4 from Nerul's blessing.
All right.
And here's the thing. You say you're telling me you're thinking about your family, right?
Yeah.
And you realize in this split second as you're starting to at the moment you're like, oh shit, I fucked up. I'm not going to be able to get the revenge I want. So what I want is this role I'm going to ask for right now is completely separate from the role that for your wisdom save. Just roll me a d20.
Okay. Six.
Good to get those bad ones out of the way.
Yeah, you were rolling to see. I was rolling. I was having you roll. I was gonna if you got over 10, I was gonna give you advantage on the roll.
Okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, you don't have advantage. So
No.
now it just comes down to the regular roll, and you have the blessing.
The D4,
Yep.
at least a 10.
It's a 10.
It's a 10.
Okay, so this is the next thing that happens. Let me go back here.
Nerul is intrigued to see what will happen.
I need all of you to roll initiative.
Including me.
Yes, including you especially.
Including the zombie?
Sure, you can have the zombie.
I have
well, you know what?
advantage on
We'll-
initiative. Oh, good thing. Because
We're
of
just-
the rat of alertness. All right, 10.
God, another. I have had the shittiest rolls all night here so far.
And then here I'll roll for your zombie.
You wanna roll for
I
the
don't
dex?
think
Well,
of all the rolls I've had tonight, I don't think I got more than a 10. I think everything
Oh, it
has
didn't
been
give it to
below
him.
10.
I'll just put it in. Oops. I just fucked that up. Hold on a second. There we go.
my bat needs a roll as
Oh,
well.
yes. Thank you. So we got zombie.
Man,
You're going to have to name that guy. What's his name?
Bruce.
Morgan.
Bruce.
Ah,
Yeah,
Is it Bruce? Okay.
Yep.
Bruce it is.
Nice.
You can't argue with that.
No.
Okay, so the zombie got what? What did we get here?
Penholt got 3.
Got a 3, okay. And go ahead and did you roll for Bruce?
No, I'll do it now.
Okay. He will get advantage of whatever his dex is. Do you have the stats for the bat?
No, an 8 is fine.
Okay, we'll just stick with 8 for right now.
Yeah.
You
He's going
know
to
what?
reserve his action to go right before me anyway. So
I
it's
will-
like the second round.
Right, I will go ahead too, and what I'll do is I'll try and remember. I'll build Bruce for you in there, so he'll have his own little NPC character sheet and stuff like that, so that you can roll
Okay.
off of him, what have you. Okay, so Morgan gets to go first, but before that happens, the reason you guys are rolling a niche, Silverwolf, you're not Silverwolf anymore.
Yeah, I didn't think I was.
Power is just rushing through you. Memories of bygone ages and I'm not going to go into it right now as far as what these memories are that are coming into it. Silverwolf ceases to be a person. He is somebody else completely now. You know who that is. I'm not going to say it out loud. Basically, unfortunately, though, the transformation is not 100% complete. So right now, you are just Silverwolf physically and what your skills and attributes are. You starting to follow what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but you know right now what you have to do, and that's kill these other 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, yeah, they've got to go.
Yeah, they gotta go. They gotta go.
There could only be one, as they say.
I like that. The
Oh,
artist
no.
formerly known as Silverwolf. Okay. Now, here's the thing. None of you guys know that. So Silverwolf
Right.
gets a surprise action on you guys. Granted, you're all like, whoa, what the hell happened to you? You okay? You know, but he's going to get his first action. So your surprise action, Silverwolf, what are you going to do?
I mean, Wyndon is the closest to
Yep.
me.
He sure
Sure
the hell
am.
is, and he's got that
So-
big old crossbow. It does lots of damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it with my with my maul. So first, I'd like to use a bonus action to rage,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take a little step closer because I feel like I should, and
Right.
and then I'm gonna attack Wyndon. Sorry,
No, it's
Wyndon.
fine, man.
Um,
Ouch.
Okay, that'll miss.
all right, good. All right.
Yep. Yep.
Second attack.
Are you fucking kidding
Another
me?
10. I
Sweet.
don't want to.
His heart's
I
not.
don't want to. I don't want to.
Subliminally, he's fighting against it.
I can't. No matter even with this evil power coursing through me, I can't
Yeah.
bring myself to hurt Sweet Wyndon.
The only one he trusts, right? Isn't it how
It is. It's true. That's part of it.
It's
deep,
just like
deep
this
in there
montage
still.
of
I
laughing around the fire, coming back to him.
Okay. So
That's it. I'm done.
All right. So we're gonna go into the regular now. Okay, Morgan. What I need from you actually is a perception roll, and the reason for that is you're not looking back here right now. You're like, holy shit! Look at this shit climbing out of this fucking mound, man.
So, to be fair, is Wyndon just like letting Silverwolf attack him in silence? Wyndon doesn't seem like the.
When it's my turn, I'll be saying stuff.
Yeah.
But
Well, you can say stuff right when he does it too. You know
I
what
was
I mean?
like, "What are you doing?" As
Yeah.
I dodge out of the way.
Yeah, because you got to admit, what Silverwolf did was kind of, he was like really fighting against it. Some kind deep down inside of him, there was still some part of Silverwolf that was keeping him from doing it.
All right. So, pull up perception here.
It's an easy DC to make, so I'm just basically looking.
22.
You totally know that something, because basically you're looking at that, then you hear something that's like Morgan's turning around to scold is what he's doing. Basically, stop fucking around, don't you see? And then you see when you look back to do that, that's when you see Silverwolf swinging on Wyndon.
All right, yeah. So,
So you still have an action. So I mean, basically, this indecision back and forth with looking, and even if whatever if you want to do something is well, you got your bonus action too. I'm not going to take that away from you. So,
Sure.
What do you want to do?
all right, so he's going to turn, and when he sees this, he's going to yell, "Stop this madness!" And he's going to cast Hold Person on Silverwolf, which is a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Okay, and you've got advantage on that actually now. Silverwolf.
Oh, me? Good. 'Cause I
Or
only
the
rolled a 6.
artist formerly known as Silverwolf.
Well, it's actually
Nat 20!
Natural 20. It's actually the evil party murderer formerly known as Silverwolf now.
Oh, there you go. Excellent. Okay.
And then as a bonus action, he's going to enter his blade song and move in this
do
direction.
you want to, and seeing as how you're not familiar with it yet, do you want to command the bat? Because you have to command him. This is when you would do it. So this is how, because on the Inish, it's your Inish, so you'll command it, and then on its Inish, it'll start to do what you commanded. And this kind of works out perfectly because the bat goes after you. So
I wanted to ask what I was going to do it off air. Do you know where you saw that? Because I've never seen anything about it taking any type of action to control a familiar.
For familiars, it's in Find Familiar, and it's it's in there. It basically it takes an action for you to command your bat.
Because I'm looking at Find Familiar right now, and it's not.
It's under the familiar rules. It might not be. Let's see. Let's look it up here right quick. 5e. Find Familiar. Pull that out of there so people don't have to look at that. Oh, and I think I just did it the opposite. I should have kept it. Oh no, it's still there. Okay. Okay, service acts independent.
It says
Okay.
no. Okay.
Acts independently of you, obeys your commands in combat. It rolls its own initiative. Acts on its turn. A familiar can't attack other actions normal. Disappears when your familiar is within 60 feet of you. That's about that. As an action, you can temporarily dismiss. No, where's the other one?
No, he's right. At least it's not written as you have to take an action to command it. It just says you can command it and it'll follow that on its turn.
No. I know what it's from. The help feat, because essentially what it's doing is your familiar is performing the help feat. So
The
when
help
you-
action.
It's taking the help action.
Help
It's the
action.
same thing.
Yeah, the
Like,
help action.
it doesn't take anything from me to
no,
do that.
No, it's a bonus action for you to command it to do something, but it's
Well,
not.
that's what I'm saying. It's not though. Like it's 0 action for me to command it.
Nah,
I don't see it there.
I mean,
you
as
know
it's
what?
written, that's the case. I mean,
Yeah,
it will.
I mean, like if you want to say it's a DM ruling and you're changing it, then that's fine. But I just want to make sure you understand the rules, because rules is written. It's 0 anything for me to command my.
All right. You know what?
Yeah, look at that.
I'll find where that's at.
Sure.
Because basically what it is I got all that out of the rulings from what's its bucket.
Like when you played a.
And that's
a
why
guy.
I was saying
Yeah.
I don't, because it in the rulings it's basically it takes you an action to command your guy to do something. I'm like, that's bull. It's like you don't need a whole action to command somebody to go, hey, go fly in that guy's face, especially if they're trained. So
Sure.
I'll find it. We'll figure it out. So basically,
Yeah. So for this instance, so I'm not
Yeah.
planning on using it anyway. So enter into the Blade song and move over.
Okay. Let me see. Bloop. Hold on a second here. Okay, so that would be it for you on that turn then, right? Because
Yes.
you cast the spell the first time. Okay.
Right.
All right, Silverwolf. It's your turn. Or, I'm sorry. Murder is formerly known as Silverwolf. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry, Wyndham. I gotta
Cool,
attack you again.
No worries. Yeah, that one will hit. Oof, that hurts.
It's not that much. It's actually
14.
only 6. No, it's 16 because there's 2 points of rage
Oh, the
in there
rage
as
too.
well.
Yeah. Okay.
But you weren't hit before, so the other 7 doesn't count.
Okay, so 16 off. All right, so
yeah.
I lost 11. That would've
16,
lost it.
and then another 15.
Okay.
So it's 16 plus 31 points of damage.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
That's not great. Cool.
Don't you have shield? What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're right. I
Oh,
have
yes,
shield.
yes.
Oh well, it's too late. I say take it right
Can
now
we-
because I'm
can-
so surprised by this, and I'll remember shield next time. Though, thank you.
You know,
we
it's
retcon? Because
it's
that was a shit ton
reactionary,
of damage.
Steve.
Yeah.
It's reactionary. If you want to take it, you can take it.
Yeah, I'll shield the second one. We'll just say so. I just took 11.
Okay.
Total.
Yeah.
Actually, it was 16 for the first one.
Okay. Thank you. You're right. 16.
Yeah. Which is still better than 31.
Sure is. 42. 30.
I'm so sorry. I do so much damage. I'm sorry.
That's right.
And
Because you know what? Oh wait, were you going to do anything else? I'm sorry. Were you going to run away or cower?
No, I'm just gonna stand. I'm
Ask
just
for
gonna
forgiveness.
I'm just standing there, just looking at him. I'm not no emotion.
Oh no, there's emotion there.
Oh,
It's the emotion of this other guy. All right, hold on a
You're
second.
raging, right?
Hold
yeah,
on.
I am raging.
To
so.
whisper to somebody is what? W
Slash
could also
W.
do-
slash W.
Slash
That's where I
W.
always mess up. Slash W.
And then if
Slash
you press,
W space, and then you start typing their name,
start
and it'll
typing
actually
in
pop it up.
Silverwolf
So
because it starts
There it is.
with yeah.
Okay.
if you see that pop up, you know you're on the right track.
Yeah, you'll see my name if you start with Silverwolf. We just wait to see.
I was actually doing a little bit of research too, and I don't see anywhere where it uses your action other than
Yeah,
your
it
bonus
doesn't.
action.
What
to
you got to
command
look
it.
up? What you got to look up
but-
is using familiars in combat.
Right, and you use their reaction. I mean, a familiar cannot attack, but they
And
can
the reason
take
I know
help
this is
action.
no. The reason I know this is because remember in the campaign where I had the dragon, the pseudo dragon.
Right, and you said you couldn't do it there, and I didn't bother to look it up. But
It takes an action for me to when I had him. It took an action for me to command him to like attack and do different things like that. I'll find out.
and a regular familiar can't attack. It can,
Correct, but it can
it
do
can
the
do
assist,
the help.
and that's the thing. What he's doing, and people do that all the time with their familiars, and that's where,
a bonus action.
Is it a bonus action? So I would have been calling it correct if that would be the case then. Well,
All
that's a
right,
bonus.
is it-
Yeah, 6 of
Yeah,
1.
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Is it Wyndon's turn yet or no?
yes, if
is
unless,
now.
I figured
yeah.
I would talk while you were typing because typing is boring.
I'm assuming my eyes are just like black now.
They're like mine.
Sure, we'll go that route.
Yeah.
I take it you got it.
Okay, Wyndon's
Yeah.
going to say, guys, we need to get out of here. This is not a good position. And he is going to take his action to disengage.
I'm gonna
and
swing at him.
Well, no, you're not,
No,
because
yeah,
I'm disengaging.
Oh, you're disengaging. I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna think about
Action to
swinging at you.
disengage. And then bonus action to cast Expeditious Retreat.
Oh, he's
Great
running.
idea. Great
So I
You
can
know
get
what?
60
If
feet.
Hardchuck was in here, which he's not, he'd probably be calling you a coward right now.
It's
That's
classic
fine with me.
Wyndon. This is Wyndon.
So I can
Yeah,
go
that
60
coward
feet.
probably ran away when we left him up there.
Well,
Wyndon will
Hello?
find out. Yeah.
you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I
yeah,
hear you.
I see
So
you.
60 feet, does that get me out of the tunnel?
Oh, totally. Well, no,
yeah,
wait.
I'm
You said 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
No, you're still in the tunnel. Although
Okay, good.
you're getting close to getting out. It went a lot further. Granted, it's a lot further than what's on the map. Is basically
Yeah,
all
that's
it
kind
is.
of what I figured.
Yeah,
That's what I was asking.
because
Okay, cool. So
it-
I ran 60 feet, and that is everything I got.
Okay. All right. So then that's Wyndon. It's Ash's turn.
I'm kind of just watching this, just in not complete shock, but surprise. And I point out at Silverwolf or whatever it is, and command him to stop with this nonsense. And as I say that, a black beam just comes out of me and just kind of slams from my finger and slams towards him. And we'll see what actually happens here. D20 plus 7. And probably not too much happened there.
So it's
What is that?
I tried a ray of enfeeblement, but it was I'm guessing that's not
because
gonna.
you have to
hit
roll
you.
the
Oh.
hit. You got to roll the hit. With
Yeah, that's nowhere close to me.
No.
No.
Although that's an awesome spell.
it. Yeah, it is. Raven Female kicks ass. Okay, so Bruce, it's your bat's turn.
I'm gonna be a little bit tactical here.
Okay, so I take it for right now. Basically, the way that we're working it, at least for tonight, you have to order it on. It can take a bonus action to order it to do something. So for right now, it's just hovering, waiting for you to give it a command.
Sure.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Actually,
And I-
for that matter, he's not even in this plane because I never brought him back.
You never brought him back. That's right.
So I'd
Okay.
have to take an action to summon him.
Okay,
to
so
begin
we'll
with.
just we'll go past that for right now. Okay,
Yeah.
zombie.
And I moved the zombie over there. He does a double move or takes the dash action.
Okay, now here's
So
the
he just
thing.
gets
Here's the
that.
thing. Wait, let's put him back before you get to that point. This guy right here isn't going to let you go without an attack of opportunity.
Okay, so he's in combat.
He's yeah. They're right down there.
Okay.
If you take a look at the animated
Oh,
stuff,
all right.
right down there. So he's going to attack that zombie. Let's see here. Oh, he gets 2. Really cool. So
So yeah, zombie's gone.
okay, so he just ripped it asunder before it could go anywhere. Okay, so but
In
they
that
are
case, I would move up here.
they are not because those armor those collected collages of stuff they're not moving though. They're still staying right where they're at. So at least they're not coming into the attack on you guys.
I say Penhurst died.
You know, if Harchuck was here, he'd probably be upset.
Again. Van Holt died again.
Okay, Morgan.
I could bring it back
Uh,
if I could get
so-
Stuff's body, though.
Morgan is going to cast invisibility on himself
Okay.
and then move 30 feet.
In some direction that I don't see.
Yeah. All right, so that'll be, oops, right about here.
Okay.
And I'm just going to follow Wyndon's lead. Time to go.
And as you do that, the little gnome that's over there says, "Yes, leave him here. Yes." Okay. Silver Wolf. Oh wait, formerly known as.
Yeah, the evil party murderer, formerly known as Silver Wolf.
Yep, there you go. He's actually
Well-
60. You're not going to be able. You're not going to be able to get him.
Yeah, I've only got 40 feet of movement.
Yeah, because basically, even if you like did your dash, I mean, like just full out went, he's going to get to go again before you, and then he's going to get a
Right.
hell of a lot more movement than you at that point.
Yeah. Well, I can dash 80 feet, but yeah. But anyway, I'm not going to. I'm going to attack Ash. And what happens is I swing my maul. 16.
Right.
Hits me soundly on the side.
All right, so that's 13 points of damage. Ignore the other 3. Second attack.
And
13
that one misses.
misses, I imagine. Yep.
Just a clever
Okay.
sidestep there.
That's it.
All right. Wyndon, at this point in time, you hear Ash going, "Ow! Ow!"
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
I sure do.
Yep.
Loud and clear.
This is a dangerous place to be.
Oh.
I'm getting out of here.
I really was hoping to fight all 3 of you at the same time just to see if I would win.
Okay, it's time
So-
for the animated stuff.
So I should be able to make it out of the cave now, right?
Yeah, totally, man. You're out.
With my move, action, and bonus action dash that I have for my spell, I get 90 feet. So,
Yeah, dude, you're
Oh,
totally
wow.
gone, man. You're totally gone.
Yep.
Okay, so you get outside. When you get outside, there is basically there's the camp and all your stuff.
okay. I don't see
Is
Harchuck
the
though.
half orc there?
Are you looking for Harchuck?
I mean, if I have time to glance for him, I
Oh,
will.
you totally have time to just look around. You don't see him.
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks like the shambling mounds of former adventurer gear are coming to spectate.
Fucking voyeurs.
Right? All right, Ash, take him down.
Let's see what you got.
The better part of valor. I don't care about you. I disengage. Let's see here. So I'm gonna disengage and end up, I guess, about right here-ish. Oops. About right here.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, Morgan.
Morgan's just going to
Keep
double
on. Keep it on.
dash. Yep.
Okay. So you'll be able to make it out.
Well,
too.
he'll kind of, I suppose, can I take my move action now and then reserve my dash action for when Ash is coming with me, so I kind of move with him and don't just abandon him?
Totally, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
So we'll do that. We'll move a little ways, and then wait for him to catch up.
Oh, hey, Yay! Thank you, Lord Gosumba, for the cheer, man. That's awesome shit. I appreciate it. Yay!
Thank you.
Everybody knows who Lord Gosumba is, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Of course,
yeah,
man.
it's the boy.
Yeah, right.
He's Lord Gosumba.
He's Lord Gosumba. Come on now. Okay, so I take it you're going to be waiting like right at the exit then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so Silver Wolf.
Well,
guy.
I can get here and I can attack him again.
Okay.
And I just say, you weak, pathetic fools. Run! You cannot run far enough away from me. And I swing. And that's a shitload of
Wow.
Yeah.
damage. 26, 29 points of damage. Actually, well, I would have done more to Wyndham, but that was only with one roll.
I'm actually down.
Oh, I probably hit you again.
And I failed my first death save.
Okay, he's down. And so, Morgan, as you're sitting there, and I take it you were looking back, you were seeing for what was coming or if maybe Ash. And basically, you hear like a tin can getting crushed is what you hear. Okay.
Fuck. Yep. All right.
All right, you're outside there, Wyndon.
Quick look for Harchuck.
Nope. Don't see him anywhere.
All right. Well, that's to be expected, I suppose. I'm gonna just put as much distance between myself and the hole as it is. Unfortunately, I'm a human, so I'm gonna take one action to light a torch, and then that means I get 60 feet of movement away from the hole.
Gotcha. All right. We'll go past that. Go past that. All right, Morgan.
Yep.
You heard somebody getting a severe beat down back there.
All right. So he's going to cast Hold Person at Silver Wolf one more time.
Okay. You do have advantage on the save.
And I've got a +4. Well, actually, no, not anymore because the guy who's down who gave it to me.
There's no concentration on that spell anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
All right. So
15.
beats it.
I think you're held right there, right? Because you're DC 16 in it.
15.
Oh,
Yeah, so I made
okay.
it. Just
he
made
rolled
it.
13 though, right?
No, it's
No, he has
advantage.
advantage.
Oh,
He's got advantage, yeah. So, all right.
Now, when you cast, are you visible again or no?
I am visible now. Yeah. So with my move, I'm going to exit the portal.
Okay.
How far am I from that portal? Because I can run 80 feet.
You could just you're at the slope. You're not quite up and out of the portal yet. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna run 80 feet.
Okay. So and
even after attacking me twice, you can still move 80 feet.
No,
it's a new turn now. It's a new turn.
Oh.
Yeah, he killed you last round. There's nobody else left, so it goes that quick.
Oh,
okay.
I really don't want to have killed Ash.
Wyndon is.
He's got some death saves to make. At least you're not killing him anymore.
Well, he only has 2. I kind of ruined one for him.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wyndon, you're just.
Yep.
Okay.
Booking it.
All right.
Yeah, so I move out and I've got 40 feet left. I'm assuming I see Wyndon.
You see a torch.
A
A torch in the night going. Meow.
I'm gonna run after him and call to him.
Okay. There's somebody calling after you, man.
Do I recognize who it sounds like?
Yeah.
I'm waving the sunblade.
It's Morgan/Raleigh.
I'll say, let's keep going.
He killed Ash.
And we could be next. Let's go.
Okay, so all right, animated stuff. That's down there. That guy's dead. Notice what I'm doing right there, Mike. Notice what I'm doing. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to Morgan.
Don't I get my save?
Nope.
What?
Oh, all
Don't
right.
worry about it. Keep going. Morgan, it's your turn.
He just comes back to life.
So is whatchamacallit? So I moved 40 feet away from the portal. Is Silverwolf out of the portal yet?
No, but he will be. He was. You heard him coming like a steam train. Come.
All right,
So
I will take my 80 feet and just follow and try to catch up with Wyndon.
Okay. All right. Silverwolf.
All right, I run 40 feet out of this thing. Can I see him?
You come
We
out.
both Wyndon's got a torch. I've got the sunblade, so we're
Yeah, you can definitely see him.
So how far away are they from me if I run just the 40 feet?
we're
Well-
100. I'm 120 feet away.
That's
from the
enough.
hole.
I drop the maul, take out my bow, and I take 2 shots.
Okay. Go ahead. And I take it they're on who?
Raleigh.
Okay.
Or Morgan, sorry, because he's closer.
That was good. I like that. Ouch.
Natural 20 for... You haven't been hit yet, right?
Nope.
So it's just 12... it's only 14 points.
Okay.
And
Do you
then the
get
second...
rage damage? I don't think you get rage
Oh,
damage.
wait, no, I don't. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
you don't.
Just 12. You're right. And then I missed the second.
Okay.
So just 12 points of damage. Thanks, Steve. Sorry about that.
No problem. Well, yeah. All right.
All right. I take it Wyndon's running.
It's not a great idea to run around in the dark without knowing where you're going, but it's also not a great idea to get killed by a monster man. So yeah, I'm still going to run for a bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go start
Imagine if
looking
I
for
actually
somewhere-
had my powers yet. I don't even
Yeah,
have
I'm gonna
those.
I'm gonna start looking for somewhere I could like either hide or like duck down and catch my bearings and maybe get a little bit more organized thought. But yeah,
Yeah. Is there any like you said the hills were kind of rolling? Can I put a hill between us? Get some cover. Well, I guess I'm thinking ahead. We'll wait till I get there. Sorry. Go ahead, Wyndon.
Well, and actually, that's good, though. You would be thinking ahead for that. You do see some places where you could. There's depressions where you would go, but it's more of a you go and then you kind of lay down. I don't know if you want to do that.
That's
Right.
cool. Do that. Do that.
I'm just saying. Okay, animate stuff. Actually, it's going to be you, Morgan. It's your turn.
Okay. Da-da-da.
I mean, because there's plenty of rolling hills and different things. Like there's, you get to a part where you could squat down, but it's really going to impede your speed. Is basically what I'm saying.
Sure. Going to cast. You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move 40 feet, and then I'm going to take the dodge action. So I have 160 feet between me and Silverwolf at this point, and I've taken the dodge.
Dodge gives disadvantage, right? It covers
Right.
one that adds
Yeah.
the armor class, right? Okay, just want to make sure.
All right. Cool.
Actually, you know what? I am going to screw that. I'm going to dash, and then I'm going to drop to the ground.
There you go. That's super smart.
That's really smart. Yeah.
Okay. And you
Um,
can do this. This is what you can do. You're going to dash. You can get to a point where you could drop down, and he wouldn't be able to see you.
Perfect. Yeah, that's
So complete cover, and there you go. Okay.
that was smart.
All right.
I'm gonna run another 40 feet. Can I see Wyndon? How far away is Wyndon from me?
I've got to be really far away.
Yeah.
He is really far away, and
He's
the only
put 90 feet every turn.
yeah, and the only thing
so,
is,
but I'm still probably within disadvantage of my shot, though.
you
You're
can
using a
shoot at him.
longbow?
This
Yeah,
is
with a long
yeah,
bow.
Yeah,
thi-
you're within disadvantage range.
but I want to bring this up too. Now, when Morgan's out there and running, he's running past because you were what 120 feet, right, Morgan?
I was, yeah.
Okay, he's beyond the sight of your dark vision.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
that's true.
I'm.
So
Right,
essentially,
but I'm-
he's disappeared out of your radar. The only reason that
But I can see Wyndon because he's holding a fucking torch.
right, exactly. Okay,
That's
I was
what
just
mentioned. Yeah,
establishing that
his
now.
sword.
Yeah, that's why I'm focused. I mean, and
Okay.
I have a general idea of what happened to Morgan. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still running in that direction, but I'm going
Correct.
to
Okay.
fire
Yeah.
At, with disadvantage at
Totally.
Wyndon.
Sure, man. Oh, that'll
Look at
miss.
that.
That's, yeah. Oof.
That'll do it.
That will also miss.
A 15?
Yep.
Okay,
Miss and
good.
miss.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
The good news is I'm running out of arrows.
Yeah, he's only got 6.
Yeah, I'm down to 2 now. So
Okay, so still doing the running man?
I mean, I'm like I said, I'm if I can find somewhere like where I feel like I could duck down and get a little bit of cover and recover my bearings, I will. But if not, I'll just keep running.
Yeah, you come across it's just like how like it was with Morgan. There is enough roll to the hills that you do get to a point where you know that if you squatted down, you would be out of his sight. He would still be able to see the light.
Yeah, I know. Being a
So-
human's hard.
Yeah.
All right. So I will.
Sometimes those feats aren't worth it. Just saying, man.
I will duck down for the moment and kind of. Yeah, I'll duck down and take the dodge action if I can find somewhere to.
Yeah, you can totally do that. Okay. So, Morgan, back to you again.
All right, so I feel like I'm probably pretty close to Wyndon. Like where he's going, I think I was going 80, he's going 90, so he shouldn't be too far ahead of me.
I don't know because you cast Expeditious Retreat on yourself. So when you're full out flying out, how far do you go? It's what?
I go 90 if I'm running full on. He's
But-
probably. I mean, I'd have to actually recreate the steps of this, but he's probably like 60 feet behind me based on everything. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't
sounds
know.
about
All
right.
right. Well, then we'll say 60 feet. That works.
All right, so then I'm going to get up, which takes half my movement, and then move 20, and then use the dash action to move another 40, and get to Wyndon and be like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
We're running
We're
from
running.
crazy,
We're-
crazy Silver Wolf. We can't fight him individually. We had to take him on together.
All right.
Yeah, do it. Come on. I'll take you both on with one hand tied behind my back. Only
think
because
I
I
can
left
slow
my
him down.
ball about
You can
80
pick
feet
him up
behind
from-
me. So
Okay. That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get in close and try to hold him off of you. Just shoot the shit out of him.
When I can see him, I will.
I'll
that's a good point.
I'll get you some light.
Okay. Dun dun
Shoot.
dun.
All right. I run 40 feet. Do I see anybody?
You see that torch?
How far away is it?
Well, if you ran
Roughly.
40 and you guys were what, 120 away from him?
No, we are well over 200 away from him.
Okay, so
There
we'll
you
just
gotta
Before
be.
I moved, I was 200 feet away from him.
so we'll,
Yeah,
we'll
they're-
just say 200. So
260.
they're 60 feet away from you then.
All right. So I'm within disadvantage. I'm just going to do 2 more shots toward that light.
You're at more
Sure.
disadvantage because you crouched down, correct, Wyndon?
Yeah, I mean, he'll have disadvantage. You can only get one
Yeah.
disadvantage, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, would
I'm
he have-
thinking you get
Would he have
cover.
like extra cover?
He does
Yeah.
have cover.
So disadvantage with cover? Is that
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so disadvantage.
So basically, it
I-
comes down to this:
AC.
pop off 2 shots, see if you get a net.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it.
Because you're like arcing towards a light source is basically what you're doing.
A 16,
That's probably going
And
to hit
then-
somebody.
8.
Okay, the 8's
Well-
not going to hit. Does the 16 hit you, Wyndon?
Probably not with cover.
Woods, I have
No,
cover,
that's right. With
Yeah,
cover,
so the cover
no.
would miss.
Cover.
Yeah, no,
And
no.
I have no more arrows, so
Okay.
I drop my bow.
Okay,
And that's it for now.
okay. All right. Wyndon.
I sigh and go, I can't believe I have to do this. I'm going to take the Rod of Alertness that I have,
Oh yeah.
and I'm going to jam it into the ground. And it will, here, I will read exactly what it says. The head sheds bright light in a 60-foot radius and dim light for an additional 60 feet. While in that bright light, you and any creature that is friendly to you gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. You can sense the location of any invisible hostile creature that is also in the bright light. So, Silver Wolf definitely counts as hostile, and
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean-
that I can see
Okay.
with.
Silver Wolf wasn't much of a peach to begin with.
All right. So that's that then.
That's a cool. That's cool.
All right, Morgan.
Morgan's going to use his Circlet of Blasting to
Ooh.
cast Scorching Ray.
No, yes. Light him up, baby.
Is it 1d20 plus 5 with no space, or is it like a space plus?
I
I'm gonna
just
try
use
it this way.
the little thing on the side. That misses.
Oh. All right, so that's the first one. I'm just going to do 2d20, and then so we can save some time. And we'll just add 5 to each of them. So second one is a crit, and the third one misses.
All right. As a reaction, This is what kind of damage?
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
I am
Magical
going to
fire.
cast. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm going to cast Absorb
Are you still raging?
Elements.
Yeah, you can't cast while you're raging, dude.
Oh, you're right. Good point. Yeah, I take it. Oh, it's 12 points.
12 points.
Yeah. Ouch.
Okay. All right.
All right. Do that another 8 times.
I can do that.
All right, Silver Wolf.
All right. I am just running full speed toward them 80 feet.
Okay, so 80 feet, and that'll get you on top of him.
No, we're like 200 feet away.
Yeah,
from
I still got a
But
couple
you
of moves.
ran. Oh, that's right. So let's
Yeah.
see. You ran 40, so that would have been 60. So it's 160 feet. So how much?
No, we were 260. He ran 40. So he's 220. He goes another 80. We're 140 away still.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there you
He's
go.
so
That's
far away it doesn't much matter anymore.
140.
Yeah.
Well, they're waiting for him, ain't you guys?
Well, I'm going to move back 40 feet before that. It's kind of that's kiting, right? That's the thing.
right. Okay, so basically, you truck your full amount, so it's 140, right?
Right.
Okay.
180, 140 to Wyndon, now 180 to
Okay.
to Raleigh or Morgan. Sorry.
Wyndon?
Okay, so I know he's coming. I can't quite see him, but I know he's probably close. So I'm just gonna ready a crossbow shot, and as soon as he gets in my visual range, I will shoot at him.
Nice. Okay. All right, Raleigh. I'm sorry, Morgan.
I want to know what happens to Ash.
I know, me too.
Well,
You'll find
does
out.
Michael-
Don't worry.
Does Michael need a third character or what?
You'll find out.
All right, so I'm going to cast...
Already got one picked out.
There it is. Please tell me.
Brown.
Wait. You know what? Wait.
He's up all day long.
This could really change how this is gonna play out. Is it a turtle?
No, probably not.
All right. Well, never mind then. Okay, keep going. Because if it was a
Good.
turtle, man, then maybe that would have
I could
changed.
do a
what
turtle. I could do a turtle.
Okay.
All right, I'm going
And
to
maybe a
cast
wizard.
a third level magic missile.
Nice.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
painting a turtle though.
What's the range? That's a long range, right?
I'm double checking.
It is long, I know.
All right, so it's 120 feet.
You got to move up.
Yeah.
No, he could just wait.
Actually, 60. Well, 60. Yeah, he's got to move up 60 feet to get me.
No, he can wait and just let you come to him.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I can do that.
That's true. That's true.
Da-da-da.
I mean,
So how far away
Wyndon's
from
waiting
you
too.
from right now? 180 feet.
Yeah, you're 180 feet. Yeah, so you'll be 100 feet if you don't move right now.
So what I'm going to do
My
is I'm going to
next turn.
step up 10 feet then, and instead I'm going to cast a fireball at you, and with the range of 120 feet and a 20 foot radius, I'll catch you right at the edge of it.
Nice. Look at that. Do it. Light them up.
So that's a DC 15 dex save.
You have advantage on this, by the way. Sorry.
Oof, that's a good amount of damage too.
Yeah, that is.
Advantage.
It's still in
Dex save.
It's still in your favor, even with the advantage. And there it is.
15. I just made
Oh,
it.
you just made it.
Alright.
Damn it. Okay.
So that's the second one that you've
just
that-
barely
yeah.
got it. Yeah.
DC
So what is that? 13?
13, yeah.
Yep.
13 fire.
And then I'll back up 30 feet. So I was 170, so I'll put me 200 feet away from you again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
right now I'm about 3rd level Silver Wolf hit points.
Oh, you're bloodied.
I'm well, not quite.
Not quite.
I'm running 80 feet toward them.
Okay. So presumably he'll come into sight in this running turn.
Sure. Just
I'll be, what was I, 140 to you before? So yeah, I've got to be.
Okay, so as soon as I can see
yeah,
him, I'm going to fire a crossbow at him.
okay.
Yeah,
Do it.
Here's the crossbow shot.
that hits.
Yeah.
Alright,
4 points.
cool.
I'll take 4 of those.
Yeah.
You really got to get some magical weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's my held action, so I only get 1 shot.
But the beauty is you'll get all your shots next time round.
Yep.
Okay, so that means now we're back to Morgan.
All right, so
I haven't played a paladin in 5th edition. That could be fun.
Actually, Paladins in 5th edition are real good.
So it would be 5d4 plus 5. Yeah, sure, that's what we'll do. So I'm going to cast a 3rd level magic missile now because he's within range.
Okay.
Plus 5. 18 points.
Ooh,
of force.
nice one. Yeah, I felt that.
Boom, boom, boom. Like 5 little just darts.
All right.
And he's going to yell, Wyndon, time to go. And he's going to move back another 40 feet.
No, not yet. I can't see if I move.
Run towards the sound of not dying.
Yeah.
All right, Silverwolf.
All right, so I am 60 feet away from Wyndon, which is not good enough. So I run 40 feet with a bonus action. I drop my rage, and
Your rage would have been dropped already because you.
no, they kept hitting me,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
they
That's
kept hitting
true.
me.
That's right. You're right.
and I attacked, then they kept
Yep,
hitting me.
You're
at
right.
the end,
No,
so-
you're right.
so
You're
there.
right.
I am going to cast. How far away? How...
You know what sucks is we don't have your
No.
visual for this entire episode almost.
I know.
And we.
I am.
Okay, go ahead.
I hate hitting these guys, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it at the same time. It's a weird
Right.
series of emotions.
Right?
And I hope they take me down. I really do. But
Well, of course you do.
And if they didn't run, I would have massacred them all.
Yeah, you would
Well,
have.
they understand that. That's why they ran.
Which was very, very smart, and I'm glad they did. So
I mean, my
how
AC
far?
is 23 if I need it to be, so I'm not overly concerned about a.
I'm concerned.
Still, I can get a 23. It's pretty reasonably. How far away is Morgan to Wyndon?
That's a very. I think I'm 120. I think he hasn't moved, and I've moved 43 times. I think. So I should be 120 feet from him.
Okay.
No, that's not far. So 80 feet. I'm 80 feet from him.
Even at 80 feet's enough. So I'm just going to, as I drop rage, I pull out the rest of those needles and thorns that I had picked up at the ravine when we were attacking the money train, and I crushed them in my hand, and I just smile, and it's just sort of this evil grin, which is highlighted from this light from your rod. So I sort of look like a Halloween mask at this point, and toss them on the ground toward Wyndon, and in a 20-foot radius, centered back behind. How far can I do this, actually? 150 feet.
Oh.
But it's only a 20-foot radius, so that doesn't matter. So I put it so Wyndon is. I basically put it 20 feet behind Wyndon, so he's right in 10 feet behind Wyndon. So he's basically right in on the edge closer to me. So it's easier for him to get toward me than it is in any other direction.
Okay.
And it's spike growth. I'll put that up. Can you do that?
That's a rough spell to be a target of. Yeah. Okay.
Isn't counters? Did you do counter spell?
Yeah, I just got to double check the range on it.
That's like 30 feet.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
is
not
it?
a
Okay.
good
Never
spell.
mind.
It's
Unfortunately.
like a glass cannon again.
60 feet, but still.
Or 60 feet still. It's
You're still too far away.
Yep.
Okay, well, essentially, if I don't move, I don't get hurt from spike growth, right?
Well,
You can shoot
when the
ranged
creature
weapons.
moves into or within.
Right.
Yeah, you just have to stand still.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Cool.
But you've trapped him, and that's.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
It's not great. It's not great.
Oh, I love it. I mean, oh man, what the hell's going on here?
That's fine. Okay, but that's
all
it for
this is
Sybil.
your fault, Will. So.
Fuck yeah, it is. Okay.
Okay, that's it for you, right?
That's it for me.
Okay, well, I'll just shoot. I'm gonna do sharpshooter, heavy crossbow shot at you. That will miss. I will do another one.
That
I hope
hits.
that hits. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll take 8.
And
The good news is that I don't look good.
I will stay where I'm at for the moment, having seen that spell in action before.
Yeah, that spell was ass, actually.
That's a great spell.
Yeah, I love that one.
Okay, so Morgan.
All right, so Morgan is going to move up 40 feet now and cast. We'll do another magic missile.
Yeah, you'll take me down.
Oops. This one is just run-of-the-mill one. Oh, that's not /R. That's /4. 11.
All right, hold on 1 second.
finish him.
Yep, you do, because that's force damage, right?
Yep. Totally
Yep,
is.
you got me. I'm down.
Okay, with some streaking lights and
also, you weren't
explosions.
raging anymore, so Wyndon probably should have taken you down.
Yeah, because
Oh,
he
you're
might-
right.
8
with
instead
a
of 7.
round. Yeah.
8. Yeah, actually, Wyndon would have taken me down.
Okay.
Nope. Hold on. 17.
For dramatic,
I had-
wait.
Either way.
For
Yeah,
dramatic
I
effect,
had
when
Glory
it
be
hits
to
you,
Wyndon.
you start staggering and like limping towards them, and then a barrage of lighted magic
Yes.
missiles come in.
They
and
took me down together.
Yes, explode
Yes.
in like a fireworks display, and then
Team
you
building
topple over.
exercise.
And
So-
then,
Never felt closer to either one of you.
and all of a sudden, it just sounds really, really quiet.
Yep.
And then the next thing you hear is a scream. Like a ah, and it's Silverwolf screaming. And
Okay.
boom, you're all back in your camp. You're all sitting up, waking up. Like,
Oh,
oh
snap.
my God, what the fuck? And you guys look around, and Silverwolf is over there clutching his one hand that the ring used to be on, and that finger is missing. And
Shit!
And Harchuck is there with a dagger, and he's holding his finger in the other hand with that ring on.
Can I just immediately kill Harchuck? Is that a? Do I need to roll initiative to do that?
Yeah.
I would have no compulsion against ending him.
No,
right
I
then
mean,
and
if
there.
I look around and I see him with my hand, the maul comes out.
I swear, this guy just saves all of your lives, and he gets killed. There's
Yeah,
no
but I
love
don't
for
know that.
Harchuck.
Yeah. No, I'm fucking.
Apparently, it was an episode of Dallas. We
He
gotta
just-
kill him.
He throws the finger onto the ground after that point.
Okay.
What just happened?
Well,
I remember it's Morgan, not Raleigh.
what was happening was that he was finally succumbing to the power of the ring, and then despite all my abuse and treatment that I've received over the past couple of days, I decided to save y'all by cutting that thing off from him. And then he backs away real quick from Silverwolf.
Well,
I'm walking toward him.
we all had
menacingly.
we all had that. We all had this shared dream, right?
He's-
We all had this dream, right?
I believe so.
I went to see Rule, and suddenly it didn't really happen. I am not happy. I will cast
I'm
Raven
happy.
Feeblement
I'm
on
very
Harchuck.
happy.
You can cast Raven Feebleman on Harchuck.
I'm very, very happy.
That's a what
I
save?
really don't think we should
Michael?
kill Harchuck, guys.
Oh, it's an attack roll.
Get
Okay,
him.
damn it.
So it's
It's Raven Feebleman. It doesn't kill him.
No, I just
So
think
let me ask you a question.
pathetic.
I have a fucking gauntlet. Did he pull the gauntlet off?
Yeah, it's laying on the ground.
Okay.
So, and again, this is Wyndon and Steve both. So, were we asleep when you did this? How did this happen? What happened?
You're asking
impressed with
Harchuck that
the
as he's
Yeah,
trying to hide?
Can I make an Arcana check?
He's trying to hide. Wait,
pass
we need to see this
this?
first. Yeah, that hits him. So you hit him with this ray, and he goes, oh, and he falls over onto the.
And
into
he
the
has
grass.
disadvantage on Constitution saves.
So yeah, what does Raven Feeblement do?
Oh, I'll read it to you here. Ray of Enfeeblement. A black beam of enervating necrotic energy springs from your finger toward a creature within range. Just range spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends. At the end of each of the target's turn, it can make a con save against the spell.
That advantage on saving throws saved your ass, Silverwolf.
I really did. I mean, you ultimately got
magic.
me anyway, but
Yeah,
but,
that's true. It dragged it out though.
yeah.
Wyndon was trying to ask Harchuck what happened or how he did that before he got enfeebled.
Yeah. Well, you know,
because
that's
having no finger is gonna fuck up my my ability to
Your
shoot
flute
an arrow,
playing.
isn't it? My flute, yeah, my flute. I'll never play the piano again.
So Harchuck just kind of
No.
Harchuck like falls over and falls in the ground. Oh my god! I'll say what. This is the last time I tried to do anything to help any of you. Oh.
And I stand over him and I raise the maul above my head, and then I go to bring it down and I stop like half an inch from his head, and I drop the maul and I just walk off into the darkness.
And I'm gonna turn to Harchuck and be like, I, for one, thank you for doing that.
Well, if you
I need an explanation.
then keep these other fools in check. Can function over here. I swear, if he was a chicken hawk.
So I rolled a 12 Arcana check to see if I understand anything that happened.
You
What the
understand
hell?
that essentially whatever dream that you were in and what was going on was all a construct of something that ring was doing.
Okay. Does Wyndon or Ash look
Nope.
at all damaged? Like it was
Nope.
all just psychic? Okay.
Yep. It was all in the theater of the mind.
All right.
Well, I'm glad I didn't kill Ash.
So Morgan's going to go grab that ring.
I'll
Oh,
stop
good.
planning my new paladin turtle.
See? Now, if I'd have known that, Michael, he would be dead.
If you were
Well,
damaged, you're okay.
You know
If
what
you're
they
dead,
say:
you're
if you die in a dream, you die in real life.
Yeah.
dead. Well, it's kind of like the Matrix. Like if they're all kicked to shit in the Matrix and they go out, they're fine. But if they're dead, they're dead. Once you flip that switch.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So I don't know. Find like a length of string or a chain or something, and definitely not putting it on.
Gotcha.
Oh, but at some point, Raleigh's going to have the ring.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
shit.
Morgan
Maybe
would know
I
that.
should be in charge of such an object.
Why don't we just bury it and call it a day,
I can have
guys?
my zombie wear it around his neck.
No,
I'm not
No,
there, so
this
I'm
thing
not
is
going to make a
clearly-
suggestion.
too powerful. We need to like bury it and call it good.
Too powerful.
Someone will
for the
find it.
zombie?
Something like this, they'll be able to track.
Exactly.
We have to.
Can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like
Yeah.
I think we might be in the wrong hands.
Things have gone great up
I
until
love the fact. I absolutely love the fact that it was like, whoa, shit, Silverwolf's trying to kill us. Later, Ash. Hey, good luck, man.
I mean, I tried, but
I
yeah.
give you credit, man. You at least like hung around a little bit. And it was sort of like you were watching a street fight. You know, it's like a brawl. You're like, ooh, oh shit, it's starting to come close to me.
And that's the difference between Morgan and Raleigh. Raleigh might not be the smartest, but he will like go down with you. He's
Right.
he's
Yeah.
gonna be there fighting. Morgan is like, well, I'll try to help you on my way out, but I'm nope, that's just not sensible.
Wyndon's like, save yourselves.
You knew what this was.
I really was hoping that the three of you would at least stay in fighting range for me, but I mean, it was
You're
smart
deadly
not
up
to.
close.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. That was, I mean, that what 41 points of damage to Wyndon if he didn't use that shield.
Only 31. Come on.
31.
But
Yeah.
well, no, the whole between the two attacks, right?
Yeah, that was I did 29 at one shot just to Ash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
deadly.
Exactly. So
You had good, like you had garbage rolls, but then you had like 3 crits too, though.
Yeah, I know. So they evened out.
Right.
so
So
the
when
que-
did
the-
And you made all your saves.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ron press for burying this ring and never speaking of it again. That's his vote, but apparently he's outvoted, I'm guessing.
I'm not there.
Morgan's
I'm
just
not
Yeah,
gonna
I mean, I wouldn't. If you bury it, I'll just dig it up. So
That ring right there is an extremely powerful magical device. I highly recommend that none of you put it on.
actually, if you bury it, I'll have Harchuk dig it up. Well, he's keeping me from floating away.
It's something that I know that the Tobo Gurner was rather fond of destroying, or collecting
Yeah.
at least.
Maybe if we give him that, we could get some of soul cred back here. Something.
That's a distinct possibility, sir.
Yeah.
Could you
That's what
help
I'm
me to sit up? I feel rather infirmed at the moment.
Yeah, sure. I'll help him up here, and I'll give him like some water from my water skin.
Thank you very much.
Now he's doing his Elvis impersonation.
I know, right? That's the first thing I thought as soon as I said that.
All right, fine. If we're not going to bury it, I think I should be the one to hold on to it then.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea. After all, a fighter already did that, and look what happened.
You're an evil, dead-serving cleric.
No, I'm a cleric of St.
Morgan's
Cuthbert.
got it, and it's already like put away, and he's just listening to you, but he's not saying anything.
I mean, and I'm not here, but Adam says out of everybody, Ash is probably the most wise. Besides,
Evil, death-serving cleric who wants the ring. He said he would dig it up if it were buried.
Yep.
Only
That's
to
the one.
keep it out of the wrong hands. What you're suggesting is foolish.
Okay,
Not
fine.
that I
You know
want
what?
to use it.
Fine. Here's the thing. If you want to take the ring, go for it. If we end up some crazy fever dream where we're all going to almost die again and Harshak won't save us this next time, so
I tell
be
you
it.
what. Who's easier to defeat, me, you, or Silverwolf? As we've seen, obviously, Silverwolf can put me down.
Yeah, but you've got magic that I don't even know about, I'm sure. Fine. All right. Well, I don't. It's out of my hands.
He can't use it very well when he's getting smacked in the face with a maul. I can tell you that much.
Let's just go back. I need to go back to sleep. Where is
what
Silver?
time is it now, by the way?
Actually, it's because let's see. When were you on? When was your?
I was probably second to last shift is when I was probably on.
Okay, so it's basically that time.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Morgan is up. He's yeah, he's not going back to sleep after that. He's some contemplating to do.
Right. That's some
Din
heavy
is going
stuff.
back to sleep. Can't
And-
think when he's tired.
You know all kinds of stuff now, Silverwolf, and I will have to let you know what that is because there's residual thoughts that are racing through your head. But before we close out, you can feel them starting to slip away.
Write them down.
I take out my dream journal.
Exactly.
It's got a unicorn on it.
That's exactly what it's
with
got
a little
on
brass key.
it. So yeah. So
and
yeah.
as I go about, I don't know, probably 100 feet or so from the from the camp and just sit out in the darkness and look up at the stars and the moon, and as the feeling and the memories start to slip, and the of that, and my memories start to come back, I just sort of look up at the at the sky, and just say, I'm sorry, I failed you again.
Oh, did you? Well, with that having been done, so that concludes the drinking age episode of Return to the Bandit Kingdom. So that's that's episode 21. Thank you everybody for watching. Again, sorry with whatever was going on with our OBS, and at least I figured it out later on that if I just went out of editorial mode, that it brought up.
That's
visuals.
good to know.
Yeah,
that's good to know for the future.
So if that happens, for in the future time. So, but yeah, so and don't worry, Lord Gasumba is an awesome man. Nope, thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Welcome. Thank you.
And basically, I just lost my train of thought because I read something. Yeah, so
We're getting better all the time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. After 21 episodes,
you know what the
still
beauty
can't
of it
figure
is
this shit out.
I'm hoping that part of that will get edited out for YouTube. So we'll see.
Nope.
I was about to say, can we do that even? We can edit.
That's the only
begins
part
and
I'm leaving
ends.
in. I'm just leaving in all of the fuck ups
Yeah,
and editing out everything else.
that's as it should be.
He's gonna
right?
edit in like these voiceovers, like, and then Silverwolf kills you.
Yeah. And it'll be like in a totally different voice.
No, I'm gonna hire one of my kids to say it.
Oh, that would be awesome, actually.
In their
That would
tiny
be awesome.
squeaky girl voice. Yeah, that's
Right. All right. So that having been said, we do apologize for the missed time that we had during the technical difficulties. I just wanted you to see some smiling faces besides my own. When
all in all, I thought it was a fun episode, though.
It was fun.
And
it's a good demonstration of how dangerous Silverwolf is when he's in your face.
Right?
Yeah.
Up until this point, he was by far the member that Wyndon was least afraid of, but now he's might have to reconsider that a little bit.
All right. So
And it was productive. Look, I have a new.
Oh,
turtle.
look at him, the turtle.
I know. I felt bad that you got whacked out so quick there, Michael.
Sorry, Michael.
It's got no
that's
built-in
fine.
escape.
But
Don't take it out on me on Sunday when we play.
the clue, I'm the one who was DMing.
True.
But the clue should have been when I didn't have him make any death saves.
Yeah, I knew that.
I knew as soon as I did that, you guys were like, "What the?" Okay.
Honestly, I thought the gnome was doing something. Like he was gonna bring him.
Me too.
Work some other angle and.
Well, good. And I dropped some. There was some serious hintage. There was an info drop that was. I know Lee Kim's gonna. Because I don't think Lee Kim's on anymore. I think he's off doing something else. But if Lee Kim, when he watches the. Because I know he watches the YouTubes and stuff like that. If he watches it later, he'll know if he doesn't. So, and don't you guys go and look anything up.
No.
Well, now you've been. No, I'm just kidding. I like surprises.
Oh, and I have to send you during the week something else about the information that now you know.
Yeah, let me know what I still remember.
Right, because then it's because what you're about to find out. Well, anyway, we'll do that some other. Yeah, exactly. So hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you back at next Tuesday for Dos and Dos.
And this Friday, we still, unfortunately, will not have a Ravana.
That's
but we
right.
are
Last week
back.
hiatus, so right?
Back and better than ever the following week. I apologize to everybody.
And coming up soon, I'm going to start. I got to think of a name. Steve, you're here. Look at the camera for me. Okay, so I'm going to start doing like a Matt Colville sort of like I'm going to get on and give my own spin on how to do stuff. And things like lame-ass DM tips for a name of a show, that sucks. I don't want something like that.
And maybe there are special guests where each week,
Hell yeah.
or one of us joins the
conversation, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that's your. You don't have. I know I put you on the spot, but you don't have to come up with it right now.
You have 6 seconds, so take
10 seconds.
Yeah.
2 rounds almost.
Right? Yeah. There you go. So
It's called Watch Will Talk About D&D.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
So that's the best I can come up with because
you know what? Watch Will isn't bad.
Watch Will isn't
Watch
bad.
Will is
Or Watch Will D&D. Okay, just watch Will.
I got it. Watch Will Wool.
Oh, that is so bad. Oh my God. Oh man. Yeah. If there was a disadvantage as well as an inspiration, I'd give you that right now. That's what I'm gonna say.
A D inspiration.
This
Right?
is what happens when you spend too long at the Best Western in Fort Myers, Florida.
There it
You're
is.
So if you would like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. And
There
on
it
that
is.
note, we will see you next week
Bye everybody.
for
Thank you
Return
for
to the Bandit
watching.
Kingdoms.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Happy gaming.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.